gentlemen, welcome to the soon-to-be extinct Walnut Creek Punchline. How's everyone feeling tonight? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. How's everyone feeling tonight? All right, we got a great show for you. We appreciate you coming out to see us, our third night from closing. You've got a great couple hosts tonight. You've got a great couple guest comics coming in. The host for tonight is the holder of the shovel for the closing of the club. Look for his new TV show on Who's in the Bucket. How about a big hand for your host, Mr. Dan Lewis?
Welcome to the funeral, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How many people did come for the closing? All right. And the rest of you thought it was a regular show? Well, too bad. Too fucking bad. We have a great show. Tons of comedians. Johnny Steele's going to be here, and Ngaio Bealum's going to be here. Barry Weintraub. Give them a round of applause, and all the other comics that have died. Jimmy Walker. Ed Pagoda, he's not a comic. And give yourself a round of applause for coming out. Please, just clap for yourselves. There's just lots of clapping because I really don't like warming people up. So I'd like you to clap. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm sorry this club's closing, but that means I can do all the material that I couldn't do when I was trying to get work here. So I was fucking my grandpa the other day. Well, I didn't have time to shop, and it was his birthday, you know. Now it doesn't matter what I say, nothing's as funny as fucking your grandpa. I apologize to all the people who hated that. But life's good. I hope you guys had a good New Year's. I had a good New Year's. I got a girlfriend, and she started to dress me, which is the sign of a change in a relationship, which explains why I look like I got evicted from Melrose Place. Wants me to dress hip, and I look like Jason Priestley's boyfriend. Basically, I attract two segments of the population. Chicks under 15 and 45-year-old bald guys that want to put me through college. Not my target groups. Don't get me wrong, 15-year-old girls are great if you drive a van with tinted windows. Okay, you're scary, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, it's so embarrassing to get down by a 15-year-old girl. I'm at the mall, and they come up to me with their baggy pants and their baggy shirt and just makeup just beaten into their pores. That's going through a 15-year-old girl's mind when she's applying makeup. I want to look like a rodeo clown. I'll be the prettiest girl at the livestock show. We need to start teaching a class on proper makeup application. Started in junior high, and for the first 6 months of class, the teacher would just hold up some blue eyeshadow and say, "No!" So we don't want them walking around the mall looking like kabuki clowns. I gotta say kabuki right. I tried to add that word in last week. Can't say kabuki. There's a speech therapist out there. So, notice I'm gonna do this set with no segues talking to the comics in the back, because there's actually more of us than there is of you tonight, so if a fight breaks out, I'll beat you with punchlines that never worked before. So, oh, I'm at the mall. That's right, I'm back at the mall. Oh, by the way, if you ever get a chance to go up to Sacramento, if you're bad and need to be punished or something, go up there. I was working at a mall up there because, you know, and that club closed too, but malls are where comedy's great. I'm working at this mall, and I believe in everybody's got the right to be who they want to be and like what you like, but I'm walking through this mall, and I hear this band playing, a country band, country western music. Fine, the First Amendment, whatever, right? All of a sudden, people started line dancing. Just spontaneously line dancing in public, in front of people, without a hood or disguise. Very unsettling. These people had no morality whatsoever with their hat and their boots and their fringe. It's wrong, it's evil, it says so in the Bible. It's one of the forgotten commandments. Thou shalt not tush push. I think line dancing should be like homosexuality in the military. Keep it a secret. Whatever you want to do in the privacy of your own barn, fabulous. Don't ask, don't tell, don't achy, don't breaky. That's not necessarily the opinion of the punchline. So I'm at this mall, and my favorite thing to see at the mall is the suburban white kids trying to pull off the whole gangster rap attitude. Because they're from the streets of Mayberry. Yo, what up, G? I gotta go to math class. Your mom's is gonna take away the Cherokee. Word to your trust fund. Yeah. They like to do that say hi with your head thing. What's up? What's up? I'm acknowledging you with my head. I'm hip saying hi with my head. Now you're a freak getting whiplash in your neck. Your head wasn't meant to do that. It'll pop off eventually. I've seen it. That is a stupid misuse of a body part. That's like using your hand to see better. Oh yeah, I can see better now. I can see things I could not see before. I don't need glasses. My hand's an amazing optical device. What's that? I can't hear you. Oh, wait, now I can hear you. Yes, now I can hear dog whistles in Ireland because my hand's an incredible audio device. Oh, you can't hear me. Well, now you can hear me. That's right, now plywood can hear me because my hand's an amazing magical bullhorn. It doesn't work. You can't contain germs by coughing into your fist. I'm killing germs. I'm hermetically sealing my body with my amazing disinfecting fist. You can't understand people better by squinting. I'm sorry, what did you say? Oh, now I get it, yes. I'm pushing my thoughts together. If I learned this in college, I wouldn't be an unemployed alcoholic and I could afford cable. So I think you get my point, whatever the hell it was. So Christmas is gone, and that was my segue, and I'm glad Christmas is over for a lot of reasons. Two of them being, one, I'm a Jew, and we could care less about Christmas, really. We just use that as a time to shoplift. You guys fill the stores for sales, and we fill our pants with bargains for us. The other reason I don't like Christmas is because Santa Claus has always scared me a lot. I think he's terrifying, don't you? Come on, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. You better watch out, you better not shout, you better not cry. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town and he's got a knife. He's driving a van, drunk on eggnog, snatching kids. That's right, the fat man's a child stalker. Merry Christmas. I don't know, to me there's something disturbing about a man in a red suit who will give you toys if you sit on his lap. I had a track coach like that, and he's in prison now. His friends don't let friends touch elves. So, are you gonna hiss that, but fucking my grandpa was okay? We of the Elf Coalition won't take it anymore. We're little and we're green and we're here. Whatever. Well, you'll love this next bit then, because soap commercials are scaring me. That's what's scaring me, folks. Fuck the segues. That's for clubs that are open. Remember when we were kids? Remember the soap commercials? They were happy, naked, smiley people getting zestfully clean in the shower. Yeah, well now they have antibacterial soap commercials. These things sound like a German World War II propaganda film.
Do you feel clean? Well, you're not. You're covered in bacteria. Germs. Germs that are building cities and raising families on your skin. Kill germs with new Genocide antibacterial fungal death soap. Germs aren't like you and me, they're different. They're innately evil. Wipe them out with Genocide antibacterial fungal death soap. Because it's not about being clean, it's about being pure.
By Nazis. The Jew doing Nazi jokes. So, you guys are great, by the way. I'm about to have an orgasm. You're so fun. Crowds were never this nice when the place was open. Did you guys used to come here when it was open for? Maybe you were the like 3 people that rocked. Now you're all together in one spot. Isn't that cool? Well, I love this place, and I'll tell you why. Because this is family for me, and I'm not from a great family. I'm from what I found out this year is it's called a dysfunctional family. Nifty. Anybody else from a dysfunctional family? Yeah. What does that really mean, dysfunctional? My house was so messed up, even my imaginary friends wouldn't come over. You know your family's dysfunctional when you hear your mom say stuff like, "Quick, shove this up your ass, the cops are coming." Come in here and help mommy find a vein. No, they're not that bad, but they're all alcoholics or manic depressives. My aunt's a schizophrenic, grandpa had brain surgery, and the dog's on Thorazine because he sucked off all his fur. Family dinners were a hoot. Dad's face down in a bucket of gin. Mom's in the kitchen blending up a lithium margarita. Grandpa's at the head of the table remembering fragments of his life. When I was in the army, I wore a bra. Grandma's trying to pretend like all this is normal. More dinner rolls? Who's ready for Jell-O? Grandpa, it's your favorite. Lime with peaches in it. I invented syphilis. She's yelling at me to get my elbows off the table. Danny, get your elbows off the table. Now lift up your father's head and see if he wants some pie. Dessert, Dad? Blueberry pie. Dessert, Grandpa, it's your favorite. Blueberry pie. I dated a black man in 1952. No pie for Grandpa. Are you handing me a note? That was subtle. I'll wait till he's built up a lot of momentum and go into a bit and give him a note and fuck it all up. Hey! Bring up Barry instead of Greg. Okay, that's fine with me, but not now. Anyway. Anyway, I'm telling you about my grandpa because he's the coolest fucking guy in the world. He's like 86 years old. He's a wonderful man. A little bit finicky, though. His favorite drink right now is prune juice and Tang. It's so embarrassing going out to eat. The waitress would come over. Hi, can I get you anything to drink? Yes, I'd love a Diet Coke. And Grandpa, I want prune Tang.
Just get him a Diet Coke. You can't have any crayons, Grandpa. Where would you put them? Pull up your pants.
So, yeah. So Grandpa likes prune Tang. My other favorite relative is my aunt. She's so fun. She's schizophrenic and deaf. Schizophrenic and deaf, so she's got voices in her head, but she can't really hear them. Didn't do a lot of drugs growing up, surprise. But I did have my share of experiences. I did some acid once. Didn't like it. Only did it once, completely freaked out. All I remember is my brother bursting into my room saying, "That's not your girlfriend, that's an electrical outlet." I was shocked. That was so much fun, I might do it again later. So, yeah, my girlfriend was weird. She wasn't a light socket. I broke up with my last girlfriend because she was nuts. Totally insane. I like to joke around, you know. She couldn't even play fight. She would take things way too far. You know, like I'd tickle her feet or poke her in the arm. She'd hit me in the face with a rake. All of a sudden, my name was Luca. I lived on the second floor. You weren't this fucking hip when it was open. But Luca, I don't get it. Yeah, you're great now. So we broke up, and you know, I was one of those guys. I always try and act like everything's fine, everything's okay. Oh, I'm over the breakup. But I got weird. You know, especially at night, it would sneak up on me. I don't want to be too honest with you guys, but a few weeks ago, I actually shaved one of my legs, so it felt like I was in bed with somebody else. You can't live with them. You can't afford the surgery to be one. No, I'd never want to be a woman again. I couldn't afford the pay cut. Feminist jokes. Hey, I'm on your side. I think it's very hard to be a woman in today's society, don't you? And it's hard to be elderly, too. And it's really hard to be an elderly woman. But I'll be honest with you, folks. I can't wait to get old and go senile. Nothing bothers you at that point. I saw this old guy getting interviewed after the earthquake in Los Angeles a couple of years ago. Just hours ago, this ground shook with a 6.7 on the Richter scale. This man's home was completely destroyed. What's going through his mind now? I don't like marmalade, but I do like toast.
Thank you, sir.
And I like prune Tang. Folks, that'll be my time for now. Thank you very much. I'm Dan Lewis. You guys rock. You know that, right? Now I'll pander to you now that my set's over. I love you. Love you. We do have an amazing show for you. People will be dropping by all week, so I recommend that you come back every night because every night's a completely different show. And tonight, no exception. This next gentleman was a finalist in the San Francisco Comedy Competition. He's on the radio all the time, and he's got really tight, pretty curly hair. Please welcome Barry Weintraub to our stage, folks.
Talk about pretty. How about that Dan Lewis, ladies and gentlemen? Huh? Let him hear it. God damn, he could be the Marlboro Man at smoking with. This is the heaviest fucking mic stand. I'm sorry. What is this, lead? We're closing the club and we know the comics. It's not like a ball game and we're going to steal home plate. Listen to this thing. Just because I wanted you to know it's heavy. How are you, sir? You got the hat on in case the sprinklers go off. You're all set. That's nice. Oh, God, Walnut Creek's closing. Well, fuck, I don't work here that much anyhow, so I don't care. But, holidays are over. I'm a Jew. I'm happy. Holidays suck for the Jewish people. You see Christmas trees everywhere, but where's the big menorah when you need it?
Union Square.
Union Square, thank you, sir. Ma'am. Whatever. Guy with a really high voice. Could be. I don't know. Union Square, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that kind of fucks up the premise of the joke then, doesn't it? Thanks for being accurate. Now let's pretend there is no menorah in Union Square and we'll move on, shall we? Because the rest of it, it's all for you people who love the Christmas thing everywhere you go. All the TV shows, you know, Charlie Brown Christmas. Where's the Charlie Brown Hanukkah? How come we never had that one, huh? Yeah, see, now you're with me. That's the sappiest menorah we've ever seen, Charlie Brown. Kind of a weak joke. Let's move on, see if there's anything else out there. Can you see me behind this thing? It's huge. They got, you know, my favorite is the It's a Wonderful Life. They show that. They used to show it all the time. I think NBC bought it. They show it once, so no one sees it anymore. But, they made a Jewish version once. It's called It's kind of just like that, you know. You know what I love is Christmas Carol. I love that one. There's like 3 different versions, 4, 50, something like that. They colorized. My girlfriend got all freaked out. They colorized it. You know, you can turn the color off on your set. People don't realize you have the power. People get so screwed up. But I love that. I love at the end of the movie when Scrooge wakes up, you know, after like that 3rd visit, he's like, oh my God, boy, what day is it, boy? It's Christmas Day, sir. Holy shit, it is! Oh, boy! Do you know the brothel at the end of the block? The one with the heavy hooker in the window, sir. Bring me the fat whore! And get a little head for yourself. God bless you, sir. There's a weepy holiday moment right there. They could have remade it this year. They could have made Newt Gingrich as Scrooge. That would have been good casting, huh? Boy, what day is it, boy? It's the 21st day of the government shutdown, fat guy. And I leave this fucking country, but the passport office has been closed the whole time. Man, you know why he's so fat? Because he puts his foot in his mouth all the time, man, Newt Gingrich. Man, all the politicians. I'd like to see Newt and Bill Clinton just lock them up in a room, let them eat each other. Our leaders are just obese people who eat too much. Apparently there was something in the news yesterday that they located, like there's an on-off switch for eating. Did you hear about this? I don't know, I'm doing this back here. I don't know if you can see that, because this connotates on-off switch. Yeah, apparently it's broken on Rush Limbaugh, but, stuck in the on position, apparently. But the government, anybody a federal worker? In Walnut Creek, I think not. Who shouldn't who? This is the land of the Republican Revolution, right here. Republican office is right upstairs, just in case you folks get lonely, you could break in and leave cash. I'm sorry this club is closing, because actually it's one of the few places I worked. This is '96. I have a shot of working this year. All I do is talk about politics, and it'll be fashionable from like next September through November. So I'm warming up. I'm warming up, because we do have an election coming up this year. You folks familiar with the concept? How many people voted in '94? Where are you? 8 people. And that's why we had the Republican Revolution. And we go, how did this happen? Well, you had to wash your hair that Tuesday, and you couldn't get out of the house. And now Newt runs the show with Bob Dole. What a vigorous leader he is, huh? How old is Bob Dole? Like 700 now? Do you see this guy as president, folks? And he tries to show that he's vibrant. They did a photo op on Bob Dole a couple of weeks back. They put him on a treadmill. You see this picture? It's on a treadmill wearing like a button-down Oxford shirt with like boxer shorts and legs. They look like bamboo shoots. They're very vigorous. What do you, maybe one-on-one with Shaquille O'Neal right after the treadmill. But he's the front runner because of all the people he's running against. Phil Graham from Texas. Whew. You know who he is? He's the only man on earth that can make a used car salesman go, ooh, sleazy. Get away! Lamar Alexander. You know, you ever hear him? Somebody applauding for Lamar. Anyone here named Lamar? Of course not, because that's some sort of southern, sleeping with your cousin inbred kind of a name. And that's why he's never going to be president. Nobody named Lamar gets the White House for 4 years. Lamar's the guy you give your car to for a 10-minute oil change. That's Lamar, right there. Don't touch the engine, just drain the oil, Lamar. Just back off. Pat Buchanan wants to be president? Pat Buchanan. He's the only man on earth that could make Satan go, what a dick. Pat Hitler called, said he wants you to tone it down a bit. Zum Fliegen, zum Fliegen, zum Fliegen. We'll be right back. Dick Luger's running. Dick Luger. Sounds like something you're going to find on a hotel towel. You moaned and he applauds. How do I please everybody, huh? You're not happy, he's going to tell his neighbors. So what do I do? I'm trying to mix politics with the comedy club audience and you come up with Dick Luger. That's what happens. My favorite is a guy named Alan Keyes. You know who Alan Keyes is? Yeah. All right. For those of you who don't know, because it was just the one guy. Alan Keyes, folks, is a black man running for the Republican presidential nomination. Which means he's got about as much of a shot as a black man running for the Republican presidential nomination. I don't see Jesse Helms jumping on that bandwagon anytime soon. Another Klan member for the black guy. Which is, I'm not saying every Republican's a Klan member. Just so happens every Klan member is a Republican. Coincidence? You make the call. But they're all running. They're all pretty sure they could kick Bill Clinton's ass. Everyone thinks they could kick Bill Clinton's ass. Gary Coleman announced this morning he's going to take a shot. Doesn't have a gig this year. He figured, what the hell? Let's take a shot. Clinton, actually, his popularity's up. He's above like 51, 52%, which is great for him, you know. It's a weird world. Government shut down and Clinton's popular. What's going on? I actually think at this point, he's probably going to get reelected, unless something else comes along. Scare you? Yeah, it's a typical American reaction. He's got what job? He's the what? You know, because everyone hated Clinton when he first got elected, and you forget why he became president. It wasn't like he was such a great choice. But you got to remember those other choices you had back in '92. You know, that was not a menu of prime rib and lobster tail we were picking from there. That was like Spam, Top Ramen, and that little turd burger from Texas. Ross Perot. There's nothing worse than a sore loser with $3 billion. I'll tell you that. You can't get rid of them. I still have cash. God damn it, I'll buy a country. I don't give a shit. Buy me Ecuador. I don't give a shit. Just buy it. I'll teach him to speak English. Really, what a lineup that was. That's why, you know, you got to, if you did vote, you looked at your choice and you go, well, Bill Clinton, he just sucks the least. Which is really, I think, what politics has become all about in America. You watch all these guys running out, they're sitting there trying to tell you why they're the best. Does anybody buy that bullshit anymore? I think Clinton could win if he uses this as a strategy. That ought to be his whole thing. But Bill Clinton, he sucks less than the other guys. We're shooting for just mediocre at this point. You know, because I love, you know, they say Clinton lacks character. And, you know, maybe he does, but who's accusing him of lacking character? Other politicians. Hello? Who's got character? Maybe Bob Packwood, perhaps. 3 cocktails, he'd be French kissing a St. Bernard. Well, she was looking at me kind of funny. And my hair had extra bounce that day. Who's got character? Newt Gingrich? Newt Gingrich, there have been articles published this year about his affairs when he was married to his first wife. He was carrying on having affairs with women. Which is scary to think about. I mean, who's looking at Newt and thinking hot sex? I don't know about you. I look at Newt, I'm thinking Nordic trap. He's a weird-looking guy. You put a straw hat on Newt Gingrich and black out one tooth, he's Benny Hill, folks. Benny Hill is running Congress. How does that work? Character. It's all about character. I mean, who has character? Dick Armey? You know who Dick Armey is? Dick Armey, for those of you who don't follow this, is the Republican majority leader in the House of Representatives. He's a congressman from Texas. And he got into a flap with openly gay Congressman Barney Frank a couple of months ago. When in the middle of a radio interview, Dick Armey called Barney Frank Barney Fag. Quickly corrected himself and moved on, like the media's not gonna catch that one. You know, so they're calling him up at his office before he even got back there. Hey, how come you called him fag? And now rather than put it behind him and be honest and just go, well, because I'm from Texas. We hunt fags for sport, where I come from. No, instead he gives some bullshit answer on how it was just a common mispronunciation of the man's name. Really? You see, the man's name is Frank and you called him fag. I mean, how many hot dog vendors are screwing this one up every day? Hey, fag on a bun here, hot fag right here. Hey, pass down the fag, don't fondle the fag, just pass it on down, let's go. When you're talking to a friend, you want to be very blunt. Bill, may I be very fag with you? Yes, I feel the urge to speak fagly at this point in time. It was our founding father, Benjamin Faglin, who once said, check that, it was Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Said you got nothing to fear but queers themselves. Character, folks. It's so what? Nobody has character. That's why I gotta laugh when the gay community got upset with Clinton, you know, because he didn't come through early on with his gays in the military pledge, and they're all going, well, he lied. He lied. Man, wake up. If you're old enough to vote, and you're old enough to know that a presidential campaign promise doesn't mean dick. Oh, folks, a presidential campaign promise, that's like a Playboy centerfold. I mean, it looks good, but you're not gonna get one. He's a liar. He's a liar. Of course he's a liar. He's a politician. That's his job. That's why Bush lost. Bush tried to make honesty the issue in his last election, right? Trust. You got to trust a man before you make him president. Bush, former CIA director. Trust you, Captain. No problem. I don't want to trust him. I want the best goddamn liar we can get. And quite frankly, I think we're doing pretty good. I mean, Bush was a terrible liar. His whole body would just twitch. You could tell. But Clinton, he doesn't even know when he's lying. He opens his mouth, shit comes flying out, he can't believe half the time. Welfare, budget cuts, Medicare. Look, I'll promise it, you'll buy it and I'll get reelected. Shit, this is bigger than Arkansas. We'll see what happens. That happened to the good of it. You're still chuckling at that one, aren't you? Well, he is a lying sack of shit. And that would make him just the same as all the rest of them, huh? Honesty. Think not. Nah, they're all liars, folks. I mean, in general election, who are you talking about? The nominee of the Democratic and Republican Party. That means they're the best liars in their division. They've made it to the Super Bowl of bullshit. I don't know, what else is going on in the news this week? Energy Secretary Hazel O'Leary. Have you heard about this one? What's up with this one? Apparently, she spends like $40,000 every time she takes a trip to the toilet. It's just, if you watch the news this week, that'll be funny in a couple of days. It really is ahead of its time, that joke. I'm hoping. Hillary Clinton. Turns out she's the lying sack of shit of them all, Hillary Clinton. Everything points to Hillary. All this Whitewater shit, all the travel, it all points to Hillary. And what are you going to do? Fire her? You're my wife. Fuck it, I'm going to have to let you go. That would be a great premise for a divorce, wouldn't it? Screwed up my presidency. Ah, man, I don't envy them. She's been through a lot, though, because, of course, Bill, gets a little. I think that's why the Republicans hate him. He gets laid. Man, Reagan and Bush couldn't get hard unless there was a missile in a silo. But Clinton, the wind blows, he's ready to go. I like that in a leader. Yeah, that Paula Jones accused him of sexual harassment. You remember that story? Said that she came to him in a hotel room. He immediately dropped trow and requested she blow a melody on his flute o' love. Can you picture that, right? There's the governor of Arkansas just standing there, please just kiss it once, please, just touch it, I got a meeting. Can't imagine why he would do that. Why would he ever cheat on Jennifer Flowers? Remember her? They paid her, what, like $100,000 to say she slept with Clinton? $100,000. Man, that has just got to cut her credibility down a scunch. $100,000. They could have paid me $50,000. I I'd have said I did them and enjoyed every goddamn minute of it. I'd do them again for another 50 grand. You kidding me? Best sex I ever got paid for. Guy was a Picasso with the penis. Really could do some work. Oh man, I don't blame him for cheating. Who the hell? You see, when you're married, where are the married people? There you go. Where's your wife? At home. And that's the key to a good wedding, right there. He's sitting here with two other babes. His wife's at home with a vibrator. So she had to work late. That's her story, and she's sticking with it. I don't know. Of course they cheat. They try to keep it going. It's tough living with people. I don't know. I lived with a woman for a while, and it was just murder for her. You fight about everything. How come we're not like that anymore? That's the one that kills you. You know, they see a couple in a movie or something that really likes each other. How come we're not like that anymore? Couple walking on the beach hand in hand, back to his or her place for a little, Olympic-style sex, swinging from the chandeliers. The East German judge gives them a 9-5. Incredible sex. They fall asleep arm in arm. They cut away to the ocean, they cut back, and there they are the next morning, still in bed, still arm in arm. Yeah, right. How come I'm not like that anymore? Come on, folks, somebody on your arm all night long? Fucking ouch. 5 minutes with someone on your arms like, the sex was good, but can you get the hell over to your side of the bed now, please? And he goes, I'd like to get a little blood back to my fingers by morning. Honey, I love you, I just don't want to breathe your hair for the next 8 hours. When you get on your side, I'll be here on my side, maybe we'll bump asses a couple of times. And if something comes up, oh, I will wake you. Thank you very much, folks. Great to see you again. Somebody.
Weintraub! Clap because he's a Jew also. All right, how about a hand for Dan Lewis here, doing a nice job hosting the show. Yeah, and Barry Weintraub doing a hell of a show. Guys came up here, man, they fucking kicked ass. They didn't give a shit. They kicked some ass, man. They walked right up, some asses out there, and they just fucking kicked them. They didn't give a shit. Think I give a shit? I'll kick ass too. You don't think I will? I'll kick some mother. I came up here only to kick ass. I don't have any fucking jokes. I'm a janitor. I don't have a fucking joke in my. I don't even know what the fuck I'm like. Let me on because I got a fucking. I'll kick ass. I'm an ass. I'll wear a corduroy. I don't give a shit. I'll wear a fucking. And I'll take it off. Look at that. I don't give a shit. I'm a fucking rule breaker. I got 2 pierced ears and a tattoo. I don't give a fuck. Think I do? 32 years old and wearing a chain wall. I don't give a fuck. I'm a badass from way back, man. I'm a tough guy. I'm tougher than shit. I'm fucking tougher than nails. I'll beat the crap out of you, sir. I don't give a shit. You think I do? It's the fucking club's closed. They're not gonna hire me again. Big fucking deal. I don't give a shit. I can do anything I want to. I'll throw up. I'll shit them. I don't give a fuck, man. Oh, bad. I got a tattoo, man. You know what I said? I said, you can go ahead and mark up my skin. You want to see it? You want to see it? You ready? Because why don't you take a look at that bad boy? Why don't you have a look at that for a second? Why don't you step back and see what 65 does? I'm the biggest pussy you ever met, man. I should be home wearing a house coat and a tiara with a big fucking handbag. I'm the biggest sissy you ever met. I couldn't kick the shit out of a lemon. I just got a dirty mouth and big biceps because I'm fucking scared. These are all filled with tears, man. I'm a big... all tears, man. I'll cry like a baby. If I get a tattoo and earrings, if I go home this holiday, and my parents are really supportive, and they're like, hey, whatever I do, seriously, if I had told my parents at this point, if they junked for my life, I wanted to be a trout, they would buy me fins. They're like, way too supportive, Like I would beat my sister up and they'd go, well, it's an art project, what? I go home, I go into Christmas, and I have an uncle who can't deal with, one of these suburban guys. It's nothing, anything wrong with the suburbs, because I grew up in fucking Marin County, the biggest pussy in the world. Hey, look at I'm a badass from Marin County, man. Don't come over there. You might get smacked with a sweater, man.
My daddy drove me here tonight in his Lexus, so don't even let me make you think I played football over there in high school. I was the worst football player in the world, the biggest pussy. Seriously, here's me playing football. Can I go in, coach? No, thank fucking God. Woo! I hate this game. Anyway, so I go home. One of my uncles is one of these guys that can't deal, and I have the earrings, you know, and so he goes, hey, you got 2 earrings there. What does that mean? You're a double fag? Now, I'm not even a single fag, but what the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even gay, but a double fag? Like, I wouldn't, like, that's not even an insult. Like, what a fucking idiot. That's not even an insult. How would you be a double fag? You know what I mean? Well, yeah, I have 2 dicks and 2, what do you mean? What does that mean? You're a jackass. At least be intelligent if you're gonna put me down. Actually, you know what I told him? I said, no, I'm a pirate. I'm a fucking pirate is what I am. I wish I was a pirate. I'm not even kidding. Because you know how everybody does something for a living, and then generally your friends are from work or in your social scene, and generally everybody does the same thing. Maybe you have one interesting friend that is in show business. Okay, so I'm in show business. So all my friends are not that interesting. You go to see He's an actor. He's a movie. He's a writer or something like that. I just wish once I just wished I was a pirate. Because that'd be the one thing. If somebody's a pirate, you go, what's that guy do? Well, he's a writer. What's that guy do? He's a fucking pirate. A pirate? Yeah, he's got a boat. He does. He's got a boat and a fucking parrot and a big shirt, and he'll keel haul you. He's got people walking the plank. He has scurvy. He's a pirate. I'd love to have a fucking whoosh, cut a head off. That'd be great. Instead of a fucking comic with a dirty mouth, I can't stop swearing. I wish I could. I wish I could stop swearing, but I can't. My mom always goes, Greg, you really shouldn't swear so much because you're smarter than that. And I go, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not, man. I'm not smart now. I wish I was. I wish I was smart. I'm not really dumb. I went to college. I got my degree in theater. And there's a weighty fucking document. Try and get a job with that. You're better off handing somebody a rock. Seriously, I went into a job interview, any place of employment, I go, I have this theater degree or this rock. You want to see the rock? Loser. But do you ever find yourself answering questions you don't know the answer to, but you just find yourself all of a sudden your mouth starts moving for no reason, someone will ask you something, and you go, I was on an airplane with a friend, and we were flying, and she looks out the window, and this is going from Los Angeles to Seattle, and she goes, what mountains are those? And what am I, fucking Johnny Maps all of a sudden? I'm a cartographer? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I have no idea. Would you know? Even if even if I knew a few, I only know Mount Rushmore. And that's it. So I don't even know other mountains. And that's not even a mountain. It's a sculpture or something. So, but I start answering the question. I find myself going, blah, 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 blah. Well, let's see. We flew an hour ago. I don't even know, But I figured the reason I do that is because if I didn't do that, here's how I would spend every day of my life. I don't know. No, sir, I have no idea. No, I haven't got a fucking clue. Smashing Pumpkins? I don't know. I am gonna be on Wings next Tuesday, so if you're home, don't fucking blink, oh yeah. Woo, yeah. And I'm also gonna be in Oliver Stone's Dole, so you wanna check that out. He's gone crazy. He's working on that. He's working on Oliver Stone's Willie Brown movie they're making. He's trying to find assemblymen to make movies about. He's fucking lost his mind. I'd like to make a movie about Stone and implicate him in the killing of everybody. Everyone in El Salvador, fucking Morrison. Somehow he killed everyone. Well, he had something to do with it. He made a movie about it. Okay. There's so much to tell you guys in such a little time. You guys have a great show tonight. I had this great girlfriend this year, and we split up. And the reason I knew she was great is because my parents liked her, My parents have never liked any of my girlfriends, and maybe it was because this is the first girl I ever went out with that could complete full sentences. But I'm okay with the breakup, but my parents are not, and that's kind of weird. My parents are disappointed and unhappy, and my mom keeps driving by her house at night, my dad keeps calling her and hanging up. That is weird. Get over it, man. So, she's an actress and relatively famous, and this year she turned down $500,000 to do an M&M's commercial. She's that famous, but not really that famous, but $500,000 to do an M&M's commercial because she has integrity and she doesn't want to be a shill for a candy company. And I would shove 8 bowls of M&Ms up my ass for $2,000. I'd fuck the blue one in the lobby for 75 bucks in a Marshall amplifier. I don't have any integrity whatsoever. $500,000. No thanks. No thanks. So, man, so I was, the thing that, I was thinking about being smart. Yeah. And, God, I gotta get it. This is gonna be a big year for me. And, look at this fucking chain wallet. Come on, that is so ridiculous. And look at it. Look at this. Loser! Come on! Jesus Christ. What's wrong with me? The tattoo, fucking, I'll have a plate in my lip by the end of the year. I'm a pop culture fuck up. And, you know what blew my mind this year was that mouse that they put the human ear on the back of. Did you see that? They grafted the human ear on the back of that mouse. Did you see that? Oh my God, it was really cool. And it was in the paper, you know, and I can't read, but I saw the picture. And the mouse is there, you know, he was like this in this like petri dish, and he's kind of looking. He had a big ear in his back, kind of looking like he was getting his picture taken, so he's looking. And he had this big old fucking ear on his back, you know, and he looked freaked out, you know, as you would be, because I was thinking about this on a couple of levels. The first level being okay, you're a mouse, okay, and you live in a mouse hole, you know, and you have some mice friends in a little mouse community, you know, and you got your cheese and shit, and you're having a pretty good time. It's your mouse, you know, it's not a bad living. Bam! One day you wake up, you're in a lab. You go, fuck, I'm in a lab, you know. But it's clean, and at least I'm not that blue mouse that keeps shaking, you know what I mean? And I'm not that monkey that they keep putting fucking eyeliner on, you know, I'm all right. And there's good cheese here, not this fucking bullshit, you know, I'm getting Gouda and, you know, Jarlsberg. I mean, then one day you wake up and you've got a human ear on your back. You go, fuck! What the, no! I quit shouting in my back! What do you, cut it out! I got these 2 mice ears and they're fine! Hello? Jeez, I can't roll over, like, ow! But then I was thinking about it on this other level. The reason they're making these ears is because people apparently people are losing their ears at such a rate that we have to make new ones. You know what I mean? Like there was a meeting in a big building in Washington, you know, a bunch of scientists sitting around, and somebody said, make more ears, and hit a gavel, and everyone ran out of the room. Oh, we're gonna make some ears. And it said specifically that young boys have their ears ripped off at the playground or something. Now, I'm 32, but at one point I was a young boy. I don't remember anybody's ears ever fucking getting ripped off at the playground, ever. I don't remember anybody coming in from recess going, you know, I was playing tetherball and now I can't find my fucking ears. I have my crayons, I can't find my ears, my dad is gonna kill me. No, I lost my ears, damn it! I'm 5. Maybe there's some new game that they're playing in the schools that I don't know about, like head scrapers. They're just something. Ah! I quit! Oh! You know what I like? I like to have 2 fucking mice grafted to my head. That'd be fucking. Look at that! How are you doing? Why'd you feed that? You can feed my. Go ahead, feed it. Oh man. And then I was thinking about, and this is just a quick one, and this is an old story. I'll retire it with this club. That doctor that the guy went in to have his foot amputated last year. What happened? He had to cut the wrong one off. All right, now I'm not a doctor. I think I've made that pretty clear. But here's a tip: cut the fucking green one off. Yeah? Are you telling me that if we had a photograph of that guy's 2 feet and legs, and we passed it around here, that 90% of the people probably couldn't get the right one? You know what I mean? Like we all got to check it off and go that one. I mean, 90% of us, you go, well, it's the fat one, or the puffy one, or the one that's swollen, or the one that looks like it doesn't belong at the end of a leg. Maybe that's the one that they should take off. That might be a good idea, have that leg taken off. But I was thinking that doctor must have been such an unbelievable dick. To be in a room with other doctors and nurses and not have them say anything. Yeah? You know? Like they're just standing there going. Now let him do it. He's a dick. How about this one? How about that man that got his penis stuck in the suck pump of the hotel pool in Florida? You guys remember that guy? If you didn't hear the story, there was a guy, I'll tell this really quickly. The reason I love telling this story is because I was at a radio station the day it happened, and they had a tape of the 411 call. Yeah, we got a guy here who has his penis stuck in the pool. Who do we call? Okay. You have the penis pool remover guys? Yeah. Penis, big guy got his penis stuck in the suck pump of the hotel pool. Now this is the only thing I'm going to say about that. I'm guessing everybody here has been to, at, near, around, or in a swimming pool. Yeah, so you know that doesn't just happen. I'm making my point. It's not like the guy's a victim, you know. That's not like some common pool hazard, and they've got like a, you know, like a circle with a slash and a penis. You know, whoa, no. I mean, the man's not a victim, you know. It wasn't like he was just having a backstroke and then whoa. Oh shit. Oh, little help. It's a pretty good mime, huh? Got a theater degree. At what point in life do you go, you know, you're really pretty, but I think I'm gonna go fuck the pool? It's crazy talk. So I play in a little-known but soon-to-be very huge rock band called the New Sheridans, and we did the theme music for Comedy Product, if you ever saw that show or gave a shit. And I have this to say about the current state of rock, although I believe it's changing, is that I think we need to have rock stars again, because somehow along the way, and the younger, like I'm 32, so I had mine sort of when I grew up. I kind of was a little bit older than the Aerosmith, Zeppelin era, you know, but there were still some punks, but then I got like, you know, so then there was all the like new wave bands. They never did anything except dress fancy and act like, and then you know what I mean? You know, Duran didn't smash any fucking hotel rooms, you know, maybe it was while they would break their lipstick or something, you know, and God bless them, you know. Hey, I got no trips with that, good for them, but I'm just saying, we miss, and then with the whole with the grunge thing and all those bands and everybody quit, you know, Eddie Vedder quits in the middle of the fucking show. I quit? You quit? What do you mean you quit? I gave you $18.50 for this fucking CD, you don't quit now? I came all the way out here, you know? And then they don't do anything. Nobody does anything. You know, there's no let me just say it this way. If I was a rock star, I'd be the biggest fucking dick on the planet, and I wouldn't give a shit what you thought about me. I would be, because like Courtney Love punched that woman this summer, and I think you can like Courtney Love, you can hate her, but at least she gives you something to talk about. You know, she goes, boom. You go, well, fuck yeah, I'm at the water cooler, and I can't punch anyone I know at work. No one. You know, I can't. I'd like to, but I can't. You know, she can. Rock stars are able to like live out those kind of fantasies that you can't live out. If I was a rock star, man, God, would I be an idiot? I would have big ruffled shirts and huge glasses and stuff like that, giant pants. I'd fucking eat cocaine at the Grammys. I'd eat it. I don't even do coke, but I would eat it if it. You know, I would take two Porsches and drive them into each other just to show you I could. Just boom! Look, I'm excessive. You know, I wouldn't even throw TVs out of hotel windows. I'd throw my own bandmates out. Just whoa, see you, Mike. It's just that type of behavior to me is fascinating. I just think that's really cool, you know what I mean? And the common man, anybody can't afford to do that kind of thing. I'm not a Guns N' Roses fan. I like Gilby Clarke, who was in the band for 5 minutes and he's gone. But Axl Rose, one day in a fit of anger, pushed a white baby grand piano into a swimming pool, okay? Now you can go whatever, but he did that knowing full well that it would be fixed. You know what I mean? Like he went, ooh, boosh. Nah, fucking someone will get that. Someone will get that! That's his reality, you know what I mean? If I pushed my parents' piano out the window, fucking game over. I don't even own a piano. I don't even fucking know the best thing I can do is throw a harmonica into the sink. And when people get upset about that, it just cracks me up. You know, you just go, who gives a shit? Like Oasis, the band Oasis. They're banned from 3 hotel chains in Sweden. And Sweden. Not just a hotel in Sweden, Sweden. Goodbye. You're not, no one can come here again. Whoa. They got banned from, that's great. Worst I could do is get kicked out of here, and this place is history, so what the Holy cow. There's been some good times here, though. Don't think this place is all full of innocence and happiness. This place rocked every... Well, I can't. Okay, I'll tell you a couple more things. How am I doing on time? I didn't get a light or anything, did I? I'm sorry, that's very unprofessional. Oh, am I there? Okay, perfect. The art... Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, take requests, man. Yeah, that's how fucking big I am. You betcha! What's a joke everybody wants to hear? Fuck you. God, I want to be famous so bad. I know I'm just not going to be. I know I'm going to fucking OD in a trailer. But anyway. Oh my God. I'll quickly say this and I'll do this one bit and get out. I had my girlfriend. Oh, fuck it, I'll say who she is. I don't give a shit. My ex-girlfriend was a girl named Janine Garofalo. Do you guys know who she is? Yeah. All right, don't rub it in. Oh, she'll come crawling back. Right. Janine and I had this relationship. Janine's career is far more on fire than mine. Not that I'm not enjoying myself and not that I don't get enough work, but Janine's is we're at a point where it was like this. One day, she called me from her car. Okay? Called me from her car, all right, to tell me she'd just been at her accountant, okay? Accountant. I have 95 fucking cents in a jar. Do you know what I mean? How do you feel like a loser every day, you know? And she called me to tell me that she had to, like, buy a building in New York to put her money in a tax shelter because she made so much money this quarter. What the fuck does all that mean? You know, I was like, then she goes, what are you gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to the fucking sell some blood and get that cookie they give you. But she's a very, very, very talented person, very funny, and I like her a lot, so I have nothing bad to say about it. Well, I did have this one girlfriend, and I will tell you this story, and I'll be out of here. There are, I believe, warning signs early on in a relationship when you should get out. Have you ever been in a relationship where when you look back on it, you go, man, what was I thinking? You know what I mean? And the warning signs go on like like a red light, like when your oil light goes on, but you just ignore it, put your thumb over it. Oh, it's fine. No, it's fine. No, well, I have not 9,000 miles, but it'll be fine. Change it, you know. So I met this girl and she was pretty cool and we went out for a little while and then one day she wanted to get goldfish. Now there's nothing weird about goldfish, but she just wanted to get goldfish. Because it's a goldfish, it's like a family, you know? First off, goldfish don't need to be had by you. Did you know that? They're fine where they live, you know what I mean? They're fine when they live in ponds and all that stuff, wherever they're from. And they don't need to be on a bowl in your TV set with a rock on. Oh, look, I'm in the ocean. You know, they don't, you know what I mean? Dogs need you, cats need you, hamsters, whatever, but just don't, anyway. So, but she goes, come on, we'll get a goldfish, you know, it'll be like a family. We'll get 2 of them, it'll be like a family. Beep, 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 there goes the light right there, family. In fact, they're fish. All right, so, and this story is absolutely true. So we get these goldfish, we take them home, we give them cute little names. She named hers Scout, I named mine Paper Cut. They're totally different fish. Mine's fat, sits at the bottom of the bowl and just stares. Her fish is kind of cute. If you get near the bowl, it would swim to the top and start going, you know, like that, you know, like that's pretty good. See, I'm a good actor. I mean, it's not like I can't act. So, I can mime, I can be a fish. I'm on wings. So anyway, that's what her fish would do when you got near the bowl, and then my fish killed her fish. I'm pretty, you know, because there weren't any other fish in the area. Do you know what I mean? There was just the 2 of them, and one of them had smashed to death, so we're pretty sure, you know, we didn't have a trial or anything. So, Danielle comes home and she's angry and she starts yelling at my fish. Beep, beep, beep. There goes the fucking light again. She's yelling at the fish, going, you will rue the day. Fish don't know what rue means, you know? I don't really even know what it means. So, she says to me, and I swear this is true, she goes, I'm going to punish your fish. Pray tell how, my love? So she takes the goldfish in the bowl. This is not bullshit. If it is, may I be struck dead by lightning. She takes the goldfish in the bowl and she puts it in the closet and then she locks the door. She has the foresight to lock the door. Oh, good thinking, Dan. Yeah, fucking good thing you locked the door. Oh, because otherwise you think you're bullshit, man. You know, because they're cagey and they know how to get out. But you locked it. So now he knows you're not kidding. You're not kidding. You got him in some kind of cool hand loot sweatbox, you know, some kind of, you know, I go, like the fish is gonna have an epiphany and repent, you know, and feel bad. I go, Danielle, fish don't think about anything, ever, never, never, never. They don't think at all. They don't have a forward or a past or nothing. They don't think. Maybe every once in a while they go, man, I'm wet. I don't have any arms. But I stayed in a relationship for 2 more years. Now, my final point is this. Don't be afraid to be yourself, and don't be afraid to go, I don't get it. Like, I think one of the things that happens to us a lot of times in life is that we get suckered into things that other people like because we don't want to not conform, just because, you know, you go, well, like if someone likes something, they go, I like this, and you go, and everyone in the room seems to like it, oh, I like it too, and you go, yeah, I like it, but in your head you're going, I don't even fucking get this at all, you know what I mean? But you don't want to be the dick, you know, or the one that doesn't understand it, so you just go along with it, you know what I mean? And I have done that all my life, and I'm really insecure, and I'm always afraid, and here's an example. Once I was in San Francisco, and there's a zoo there, and if you get a chance, pass. It's a shitty zoo. It's like 4 animals and a lot of concrete. Shitty. One's actually a guy in a suit, you know? I'm an ocelot. No, you're a shitty actor. Look at this, I'm a fish. So, I'm at the zoo, I'm looking at this animal. It's called a lesser kudu, okay? It's like a fancy deer. I'm looking at it, I'm having an okay time. I'm not even having an okay time. I have no idea what kind of time I'm having, because I'm only going because everybody goes. And I'm looking at this thing and I panic, because I realize I have no idea how long I'm supposed to look at it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have no idea when I'm done. I have no idea when I've gotten enough lesser kudu enjoyment and I can walk along and go to the next thing. And I don't know what it's supposed to do, and it's just kind of standing there. Does it wear a hat? Does it speak Spanish? I have no idea, you know? But there's other people there, and they seem to really be enjoying it, you know? This kind of like placid, lesser kudu, yeah, that's sweet. You know, and I can also tell they're kind of looking at me going, you don't get it, do you? Do you? Do you? Pussy, do you? You know, and I'm like, so then I just keep standing there just going, come on. I just wish there was some kind of ending, some kind of way I could know I was finished, you know, so I could walk away comfortably going, no, you're right, I don't get it, but at least I walked away at the right time. You know, if there's some kind of like if it went, I'm gonna lesser kudu, thank you, good night. You know, then I would walk away. I would go, I was finished. Now, the same thing happened to me in New York, and I was at the Museum of Modern Art. I was looking at a painting. Here's what the painting is. This is it. Here's what the painting is. It's a big blue square. That's it. Not different shades of blue, just fucking blue. Just blue. It's just blue. It's just blue from corner to corner to corner to corner. It's just blue. No, it's just, and there's a woman there, and she's looking at like a part of it, like this. It's all the same color, you know? Like she's better than me, like she gets it or something, you know? So then I think, you know what, like it's one of those things, maybe you look at it long enough, it turns into something, and I fucking hate those things too, you know? But I can't, you know? Man, they make me feel stupid, you know? So she's just standing there, and then finally I think, you know what, fuck you, lady, two can play this game, so now I start looking at the frame, see? You're not the one that gets it, I'm the one that gets it. It's existential, I'm the one that wins, I'm the one that gets it. So now she's staring at me, so I just fucking hit her. People, I love art. Good night, Walnut Creek Punchline. I love you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you might want to put something on the table because otherwise you're going to be giving it to them on the street and they're begging. And you know how you are with the homeless in Walnut Creek. Concord's that way. I hacked that joke up from somewhere. But anyway, folks, the show keeps going. I'm not kidding. You're getting an amazing show. People from all over the country. This next gentleman coming up is open for Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, Dionne Warwick, and you know him from Mornings on 2. Why don't you give a big round of applause to Brian Copeland, folks?
Dan Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Good night. I'm kidding. I got 3 kids at home. I'm happy to just be here, ladies and gentlemen. Where are the parents at here? Round of applause. Where are the parents at here this evening? Yeah, lots of them. I'm 31. I got a wife, 3 kids, a mortgage, and a dog, man. See where I cut myself shaving? I just bought a Volvo station wagon. Help me! I am just so happy to be out of the house. My wife's had a bug, so I've had like all 3 of them, man. 6, 4, and 10 months, all by myself for like the last week. That will put you up on a tower with a rifle after a while, let me tell you. Daddy, 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 what? Here's $1. Go play. Oh, man. Baby's a trip, man. I forgot about that not sleeping through the night thing. You know, every time you try to close your eyes for 5 minutes. Like parents held hostage, day 45 or something. All right, I'll give the Palestinians a homeland just so they get some sleep. Will you please? Your head changes when you have your first kid. I went to do dad stuff right away. You know, like put on polyester pants and go hang out at the hardware store or something. Which is a joke. I'm not mechanically inclined at all. I can't fix shit. My car needs an oil change. I sell it. I'm not dealing with it. My wife's totally flipped. She's a mom 24 hours a day. We go out to dinner. She's cutting my steak for me and stuff. To drive me somewhere, she makes a sudden stop. She does this to me. We get done making love. She rolls over and goes, "What do you say?" Thank you, Mrs. Robinson. She's 4 years older than me, so I call her Mrs. Robinson. I sleep alone quite a bit. Marriage is a trip. Where the married folks out here? Yeah? A lot more people here with kids, huh? Family values here in Contra Costa County. I was reading now where the commandant of the Marine Corps wants to stop accepting married recruits. Man, that's crazy. Married men know how to fight. The most important thing I've learned being married, women do not fight fair. They fight to win. They fight to win. And guys have to be careful because your lady will set little verbal traps for you. Just to catch you in them and make you feel and look like an incompetent jackass for her own pleasure and amusement. My wife's big thing's planning ahead. She's always on me about planning ahead. You didn't plan ahead? Why didn't you plan it? Think ahead to plan ahead. You didn't plan it? Think ahead to plan ahead. Why didn't you plan it? Should have planned it. Think ahead to plan ahead. Should have planned it. Why didn't you plan it? Should have planned it. We went on a trip one time. We're 1,000 miles away from home. Halfway there, sitting on the plane. She looks at me and goes, "Did you call the paper boy?" "Oh, shoot, honey, I forgot." "Well, it's a good thing I'm ever to do with that, isn't it?" All right, caught a little trap now. Let's not just gnaw my leg off and escape. Women, it's always games in a relationship. I think women were created by Milton Bradley. Yeah. Introducing women, the game that guys just can't win. She did natural childbirth this last time, Lamaze. Whole purpose behind Lamaze is supposed to get rid of the pain of childbirth, the most intense pain on the face of this planet. Not with drugs, but by breathing. You tell me that a guy didn't make this shit up. Just breathe. Oh, quit being such a wuss. Breathe! You know what's an anesthesiologist costs? Breathe! But you just let a guy get the flu. Oh, call an ambulance, I'm dying. Give me some soup, some juice, some jello, some 7-Up, some Pepto-Bismol, some crack, some Tylenol. I don't feel good, honey. It's gonna tell her to breathe. This stuff actually works. Why don't they have like Lamaze open heart surgery then? It's like, well, Bob, we're gonna cut into your chest. Just go. Lamaze is fun for the fathers. We're the coaches. We're the voice of sanity in the room, and we get to decide whether or not she's allowed to have any drugs. Here you go, honey. Ah. Hey, remember the paper boy? Ah. Oh, does it hurt? You want some anesthetic? Well, maybe you should have planned ahead then, huh? Family values. I read somewhere that Stephen King, the horror novelist, has got grown kids. So here's a couple of well-adjusted individuals, huh? I was like to grow up with Stephen King is your dad. You want Daddy to tell you a bedtime story? Gotta get this off. I'm hot up here. Sweating like Clarence Thomas in a video store. Clarence Thomas, a black Republican. Him and Colin Powell, black Republicans. Isn't that like a deer joining the National Rifle Association? Black Republicans, there's an endangered species, huh? Here, the spotted owls will be doing a benefit for him coming up here pretty quick. Did you guys see that study in the paper a couple weeks ago that says they found out that most sex toys in America, like vibrators and dildos and stuff, are being purchased by married Republican women? I guess that's because their husbands are too busy screwing the country. Oh, sorry, forgot I was in Bill Baker's district. Excuse me. Fine, Congressman Bill Baker. Fine, Congressman. Yeah. The budget's not balanced? You know, it's that fucking school lunch program. That's whose fault it is. Not like the Democrats are any better, man. They spent the last year looking at a hole in the ground going, is that my ass? Somebody tell me, please. These guys scare me, man. They scare me. They scare the hell out of me. Gingrich wants to cut PBS because it's anti-heterosexual. Yeah, that's right. We don't want Bert and Ernie living there to us a little alternative lifestyle at our expense, do we? Anti-heterosexual. Even if that's true, so what? It's PBS, folks, and nobody's going to see it anyhow. Oh, I am not ready for another election year, man. 94 was just ridiculous, wasn't it? Yeah, what fine choices we had here in California, huh? Especially that governor's race. Kathleen Brown. Hey, vote for me because... Oh, I don't know, just vote for me, vote for me. Pete Wilson, he's tough on illegal immigrants, except for the ones working for him, apparently. Everybody seeing how draconian they can get on crime and punishment. I'm the toughest on crime. No, I'm the toughest. Well, I say we use the electric chair. Yeah, I say we put the electric chair in the gas chamber. I'm taking what you want. You want to bring back trickle-down economics. Remember trickle-down? The theory that if you let the richest people in America make more money and keep more of what they make, the excess would trickle down to the rest of us. They didn't tell us most of the extra money the rich could afford to buy a great big drip pan to hold right over our heads. Oh, the Republicans all lining up, getting ready for the New Hampshire primary. Let's see, we've got Dole, who else? Forbes, Phil Gramm, Pat Buchanan has tossed his hood into the presidential ring. Pat Robertson, he's not running, but even other conservatives are scared of Pat Buchanan. And Bill Bennett, who wrote the Book of Virtues, man, real right-wing conservative, says that Pat Buchanan is flirting with fascism. Flirting? Yeah, he's got it up in his room, drunk, lying on the bed. What do you mean, flirting? David Duke is talking about an independent. Remember David Duke? Yeah, they heard the term White House and took it literally. President Duke! Ooh. I guess we'd all be getting Robert E. Lee's birthday off every year, huh? Well, some of us. Gotta give David Duke credit. David Duke was able to do something that the NAACP has failed at for decades. Get black people to register to vote. I thought on election day David Duke was going to pull off his mask. It was going to be Jesse Jackson going, I told you people to register, I told you to. I had a bone to pick with the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. We haven't been colored since 1965, man. It's be the National Association for African American People, the NAAAP. That way we not only get equality, we get road service. Oh, you're my people. We need that organization. Allegations of racism at Denny's? What surprised me, because I thought their food sucked no matter what color you are, personally. $5.99 prime rib. Oh, there's some premium USDA choice meat, huh? How many slices you want? If you can prove you've been discriminated against at a Denny's in the last 6 years on the basis of your race, you can collect $25,000 out of their class action settlement, man. 25 grand. Now for me, that's an invitation to go in and mess with them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I had scrambled eggs. These are over easy. Racism. Give me my $25,000. Oh, what else is happening? Just had a runoff in the city. San Francisco has got a new mayor. Best mayor money can buy, as a matter of fact, but I'm kidding! They vote for some weird stuff, man. All this crackdown on the homeless. Proposition J, remember that one? Outlawed aggressive panhandling. If you're caught panhandling in the city of San Francisco, you could be fined $500. You have any idea how aggressive you gotta be to raise $500 in nickels, dimes, and quarters? And it is about time we crack down on the poor. They're really getting out of hand, always want to eat and shit. Who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? A $500 fine for begging, man. Isn't that like the bank charging $15 for a $10 bounce check? It's like if I don't have $10, where the hell am I supposed to get 15 from? I don't see the big deal. This panhandling's irritating. Fine. We're going to bust people for being irritating. Why isn't Ross Perot behind bars right now, huh? This sawed-off little troll. What's he doing walking the streets of free man? Mr. Analogy. Everything's an analogy to this. I'm not the one that chased the cat up the tree. I'm the one with the shotgun to get him down on the cleanup crew. All right, here's a broom. Sweep your butt back to Texas, will you please? I got a problem busting folks for being irritating just as long as we get all of them. I'd love this. I'm opening my door at 6 o'clock Sunday morning for people that want to talk to me about Jesus. It's knocking my door at 6 a.m. and it better be Jesus. Oh, speaking of which, they held hearings on Waco again. Well, it turns out that the Breast Davidians were right and we were wrong. David Koresh really was Jesus Christ. People go, well, Jesus wouldn't be harmed. I'm thinking, come on, after what happened the last time? Oh, what else is going on? What else is happening we can talk about? I am glad to be here. I had a terrible fight with my wife, man, tonight. Terrible fight, man. Terrible, terrible fight. I have this one job I'm supposed to do around the house. Key word in that sentence is supposed. Supposed to take out the garbage. We had this big fight. She goes, you didn't take out the garbage tonight. I said, yes, I did. She said, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did. She said, you did not take out the garbage. There it is, right there in front of your face. Now, confronted with evidence like that, I did the only thing I possibly could. I hired Johnny Cochran. He proved I did take the garbage out. But the LAPD brought it back in. What a farce this whole thing was. Man, what a farce. Yeah, what a fight. I got stuck because I had to watch it every single solitary day as we were running. It's just ridiculous, man. OJ trying on the gloves. Hey, what'd you guys do to my... I mean, these gloves don't fit. I love this statement at the end. I could not, would not kill anyone. Didn't feel like going home. Could you, would you, in a tree? In a box with a fox? What's the story here, huh? I'll tell you the thing about me, but it's all outraged about this verdict, man. What I'd like to know is why is nobody outraged that Mark Furman has not been tried for perjury yet? Why is nobody pissed off about that? We know that he committed perjury. We know that, man. They say that on those tapes he said the N-word 41 times in an hour. That's not racism, that's Tourette syndrome. 41 times in an hour? What's he doing? 99 bottles of niggers on the wall, 99 bottles of niggers. What's he doing? How do you do that in an hour, 41 times? I say that race played a factor in this verdict, man. The only color that mattered here was green, man. That's the only color that mattered here. Come on. It's had ramifications in my house. I told my 6-year-old, you get in there and clean your room or I'm going to kill you. He goes, no, you're not, because you don't have the money to get away with it. And he's right, I don't. If you learn nothing else from this thing, learn difference between what happens if you're a rich defendant and if you're a poor defendant. Because you're poor, you don't get a defense like that. You don't get F. Lee Bailey and Alan Dershowitz and Robert Shapiro and Johnny Cochran. You get a public defender and a rabbit's foot to walk in. Our justice system makes no sense at all anyway. Like Jeffrey Dahmer, the late Jeffrey Dahmer. Why did they give him a sanity hearing? Explain this to me, please. He killed 17 men and boys, cut off their heads, boiled their flesh, ate their hearts. And the people of the state of Wisconsin are going, do you think he's crazy? Is he crazy? McFly, hello? In San Francisco, the former DA, Arlo Smith, actually spent the taxpayers' money to investigate the marriage of a 43-year-old man to a 94-year-old multi-millionaire because they think he might have married her for her money. No! He married her for those firm breasts she'd been told around for 94 years. What do you mean we think? While we're talking about criminals, Marion Barry is the mayor of Washington, D.C. once again. This guy doesn't have balls, he's got basketballs, doesn't he? Won by a landslide. I'm thinking, how can can you run again? Remember the whole thing? They caught him in a hotel room with a model smoking crack. The whole country was all perplexed. Oh, how could this happen? What could have driven a man over the edge like this? What drove him to it? I'll tell you what drove him to it. He's a guy named Marion. I got a chick's name. Hand me the crack pipe. I can't deal with this shit no more. I mean, how can you run again? They caught you in a hotel room with a model, your pants around your ankles, and a crack pipe in your hand. It's because I'm black. That's how come they're hassling me. Oh, that must be it. That's got to be the reason why. It drives me nuts to hear black folks say stuff like that, because there is racism in America, but if you yell, it's because I'm black, because everything, it takes away from what the real issues are, the real things we should be talking about. Because people in America do not understand racism who have not lived through it. I have white friends of mine all the time come up to me and try to relate experiences to tell me that they understand. This guy actually said to me, I know exactly what you go through. When I was younger, I had a speech impediment, and people discriminated against me too. Same thing, same thing, same thing. No, it's not. You shut up, you're still white. And nobody's ever sold their house because the Stunnerers moved in next door. Nobody ever burned a cross on Porky Pig's lawn, man. There goes the neighborhood. Supreme Court will be the case where the Ku Klux Klan burned a cross on this black family's lawn, and they let him go because cross burning is free speech protected by the First Amendment. But it's illegal to burn leaves in your yard. So now I never want to burn leaves. I put them in the shape of a cross and put them on my neighbor's yard. We had the Million Man March in Washington. Some white guy calls my radio show and goes, a Million Man March? What if we had a white man's march on Washington? Huh? What if we had a white man's march on Washington? What you do? It's called Congress. Oh, what else is happening? What else is going on? Oh, I saw the new Bond flick, GoldenEye. Have you seen this? Bond fans? What do you think? Did Pierce Brosnan wreck it? No, I got you. Sean Connery's the only James Bond. Only James. I always call Roger Moore the Dick Sargent James Bond, because wasn't exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? I think, man, they made Bond into a yuppie. He's driving a Beamer. A Beamer. He said, yeah, he's not 007 anymore. He's in 401k now. I'll have a latte, shaken, not stirred. The man with the golden parachute. That's who he's fighting. Have we seen Waiting to Exhale? Gotta see. I don't think that movie's for me, man. You know what I'm saying? If I want to hear black women bitching about a man, I'll go see My Sisters. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to pay $8 for that. Madonna testified in court yesterday, man. I like her. She lives to piss people off, man. She was on the cover of Interview magazine a while back. Magazine cover photos, she grabbed her crotch. Same time I saw a picture of that magazine cover, had a big red slash going through it. Like, why don't you just censor everything just a little bit sexually suggestive with a red slash? Pretty soon you've seen a red slash will be enough to turn guys on. No left turn. I need a cigarette. I don't get censored music, man. You don't like an album? Don't buy it, man. People have different musical tastes, right? Yeah. Right? How many rock and roll fans here tonight? How about jazz fans? Rhythm and blues fans? How about country fans? Why? Folks, any form of music where a washboard is an instrument. Hand me another shirt, I'm working on an album. I played Nashville, biggest culture shock of my life, going from California to Tennessee. I don't think I saw 3 teeth the whole time I was in that state. You know what I'm saying? From the South, I got the weirder attitudes for. I left California, I was black. Went from black to Negro to Nigra. What's a Nigra? It's a new Nissan Nigra. From Negro, it went to, what the hell you doing around these parts, boy? Just passing through, Jethro, just passing through. There's a washtub. You don't want a Grammy, put some shoes on, get away from me. Oh, you know what kills me is all those old rock and roll stars now coming out of me that they did drugs during the 60s and the 70s. Ooh, hit me in the head with a brick. We know, we bought the album. Didn't America have a song called I've Been Through the Desert on a Horse with No Name? But just how hammered do these guys have to be to forget the name of the horse that they're sitting on? Giddy up. You. James Taylor, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I don't bet you did it without leaving your room either. Oh, partiers live forever, huh? My God. Well, Dean Martin died. That surprised me. I always thought God was afraid to kill him because he knew Sinatra. That'd be a lesson to you. If you party and drink every day of your life, you're only going to live to be 78. Ooh, I'm putting it in. Oh, what else is happening? We got an insurance crisis in California, man. Insurance companies are fleeing the state by the droves. And who can blame them, man? All the disasters we've had, fires, floods, mudslides, earthquakes, the Chargers. Who can blame them? I think it's unfair. People with nice cars pay more money for insurance than people that don't have nice cars, man. People with the nice cars are not the ones messing up on the roads. You never see a guy, brand new Mercedes-Benz 560 SL, throwing beer cans out the window, screeching his tires in a parking lot, yelling out the window at girls, "Yo, baby, I'm in love!" It's always the same bonehead. 68 Pontiac GTO, Confederate flag on the back. It's got a bumper sticker that says nobody's ugly after 2 a.m. He's got his heater on full blast to keep his engine cool. Honking his customized horn at women. I hate Pleasanton. That's it for me. You guys have been wonderful. I've been Brian Copeland. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 on Channel 2. Good night.
Copeland, folks, stand up late for you. Keep it going. Are you hanging in there? I saw you guys yawning over here. You okay? You were yawning a little bit? You ready for more, or you want to go home? We can go. If you guys want to go, we can go. If we want to end it, we can end it. If they don't want to go on with the fucking show, we can just end it right now. You want some more? She's got to pee. Okay, go ahead. You go pee. All right? Right now. Oh, fuck it. Never mind. You guys suck. All right. But you guys rock. Get everybody on your side. Folks, we have so much show for you. Stick around. Johnny Steele just flew up from LA for you people. All the love you guys get. God, it's disgusting. Tip your waitstaff. Please. Did I say that before? Because they don't have savings. Because the Punchline paid them shit when they did work here. So now that they're unemployed. So folks, coming to the stage now. A friend of mine, he's been touring the country helping clubs close all over the place. And now he's here to close this club. Joe Klocek, folks.
Thank you very much. Have a big round of applause for that dick. Dan Lewis, my friend. How you guys doing? All right, cool, man. As the gentleman said, I've been out on the road a lot, doing comedy everywhere. Don't get me wrong, I love California, but we all know it's the political correct capital of the free world. Not very happy about that. Thought once I got out on the road, wasn't going to have to deal with this shit, but it's spreading, folks. It's spreading. Last week, I pulled my car into Montana, a Denny's. Walk into the Denny's, and what do they used to say to you? They used to say, smoking or non-smoking. They don't say this to you anymore. You know what they say now? They say, do you have a smoking preference, sir? Pot? Could you put me in that section, maybe, waitress? Where's that bong I ordered, Ethel? Come on, let's go. There's the joke that divides the room right up front, folks, huh? People not laughing at that are going, he needs a haircut. Those of you are laughing at that? Well, I'll meet you in the parking lot after the show. Okay. God love you, stoners. Hang on to the dream. Okay. Dreams can come true. Watch more Star Trek. That's my motto, yes. All right, let's talk to this side of the room. So, make up your own minds about drugs, folks. Not going to preach to you. It makes it for very strange reading, though. They arrested a guy 2 weeks ago down in L.A. for selling crack cocaine out of his insurance office. Irony of ironies, it was a prudential office. Get a piece of the rock. We have Star Trek watchers here tonight, yes? Okay, I hate the show. I'll tell you why I hate the show. I think I got a good grievance. I do not understand some of the names they give these characters. Whoopi Goldberg's character. Who knows the character's name? All right, table full of geeks. Thank you very much. All right. No, you are right. Her name is Guinan. What's her last name? Lotrum? Meet my sister Vagisil. No. You beam along now, little darling. Thank you very much. Science now tells us, ladies and gentlemen, they've discovered a gene which they think might determine if a human being turns out to be gay. Now, I think this is ridiculous, but if it is true, ask yourself this one question. How does this gene get passed on? Give yourselves a moment, it's okay. Smart ones help the dumb ones, it's okay. Some of you will get that like 3 jokes later and just go, oh, fuck, that's good comedy, boy, all right. We're with you, man. I have no need for these happy people that are always coming up to you giving you useless advice. You know the kind of people I know. Joe, you're not fully dressed unless you're wearing a smile. Those kind of assholes, right? I hate those people. Yesterday, a guy comes up to me, I'm kind of feeling down. He goes, hey, buckaroo, it's all right. You know, it takes 14 muscles to smile and 40 to frown. You know what that tells me, folks? It tells me that happy people are fucking lazy. That's it. It also tells me that my face is buffed, so back off, mister. Think we're getting dumb in this country? I think we're dumb because we buy the lottery. Who buys the lottery? Yeah, no one will admit to that except the stoners. Okay. Hang on to the dream. It could happen. Statistically speaking, folks, you have a better chance of being hit by lightning twice in your lifetime than winning any major prize in the lottery. So let's face it, the lottery is nothing more than a tax on people who don't understand statistics. That joke would have been much funnier if I hadn't stuttered. That's a lesson, you people. Get hooked on phonics. Okay. On occasion, I have been known to be a Jaeger-losopher, one who philosophizes after much Jägermeister. Pick up your degrees at the door, folks. Okay. Last night, pounding a couple back, newfound friend, he's buying. He turns to me and he goes, you know, Joe, if I had superpowers, I would fight crime. Fuck that. If I had superpowers, I would be crime, okay? Gonna be real honest with you folks, I know I opened up with a pot joke. I gave it up about 1.5 years ago. Thank you for holding your applause, I appreciate that. Not holding, guys, sorry about that. Man who helped me quit? O.J. Simpson. See how quiet you guys get? You're like, no, we're not fucking buying this, man, no. True story, I'm down in LA, 3 comics, we finish a show, we get stoned, we walk into a bar. There on the TV is the now world-famous, infamous slow-mo Bronco chase. Now, the people in the bar, they're sick and tired of it, they're bored with it, they've been watching it all day long, they have the volume turned off. We do not know this. 3 stone comics staring at this for 5 minutes. Dude, this is the longest Bronco commercial I've ever seen. It was the day I quit, folks. God love you, OJ. I had a pretty cool upbringing, had a great mom, had a lot of love in the household. Grew up very poor, though. We didn't know we were poor, except on holidays. Worst holiday to be broke on, in my opinion, Halloween. Every other kid gets a cool costume except me and my little brother, victims every year of my mom's homespun costume remedies. One year, she wrapped me entirely in tinfoil. Thanks for giggling, sir. I was crying my fucking eyes out, okay? I looked like a moron. I didn't want to go out the front door. I'm like, Mom, what am I supposed to be? You're a baked potato. My little brother, my best friend, and I, we come back from trick-or-treat and we're going through the bags. Ooh, M&M's, ooh, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. What'd you get, Joe? I got fucking butter, okay? Some sour cream, some chives. You don't get it, I'm a potato. Mom always took the time to answer my questions, though. That's very, very cool. I encourage parents to always do this. In fact, my mom would encourage me to learn a new word every single day. Come home, ask her what that word would mean. This is not always a good thing. One day, in all innocence, I come scampering into the kitchen. There's Mom, her brand new word. Mom, what does the word fucker mean? Much to Mom's credit, she did not turn around and hit me. Very, very religious woman, though. She looks me right in the eyes and she goes, that's the word of the devil. Enough said, not going to use that word again. 2 weeks later, I'm in my 3rd grade religion class when a discussion about the devil begins. One guess who raised his proud hand? Yes, Joseph? The devil. He's a fucker. What? My mom said he's a fucker. What? You're a fucker. It's the end of religion for me, folks. Use an F word on a nun, you're going down and you become a comic. That's how that works, man. So sad to see this place go, folks. Keep going out to comedy clubs, man. God, if we'd had more exposure in the Contra Costa Times, maybe you bastards would have been paying my salary every night. But please keep going to it. Keep the laughter going, man. Tell you this, we live in a very eclectic, very weird state. When I first got out here, I had a beautiful girlfriend. She decided one day on a whim to get her nipple pierced. Ow! Ow is the correct adjective. Let's go to the board. Yes, it's up there. Yes. My thoughts exactly. I did not think it was erotic. It was not a turn on. She goes in, gets it done anyways. She cannot wait to show me. I come walking into the apartment. There she is. What do you think, Joe? Ouch. What do I think? I think it looks like the plug in the bottom of my tub. That's what I think. That's it for me, folks. Hang on to the laughter. I'm Joe Klocek. Good night, everybody.
Don't you love him, Joe Klocek? He's so cute you can roll him up and smoke him.
All parties are out. Good to see you. Get drunk. For crying out loud. Just get liquored up. Whip out the fake IDs and go. What are they going to do? Close the place down? Fuck it. Go, man. Have at it, brother. All my 16-year-old friends are coming over tomorrow. Don't even be afraid. If you have to work tomorrow, call in blind. You ever do that? You get drunk on a weekday, call in blind the next day, right? Hi, it's me, I'm blind. I can't see coming in today. Click. Good to be here. Good to be in Walnut Creek. I just got off the road. I was in Montana and Wyoming. I love rednecks. I do, yeah. I think everybody should own one. And we're hanging out. Some of you are laughing, some of you are a little upset right now. You're, hey, I got a rope and a truck. Well, we're hanging out in Montana. We're drinking. We're not drunk because we're having Coors Light, so we're peeing the whole damn time. You know, yeah. It's not alcohol. It's Perrier with an attitude is what I do. I'm a beer, damn it. They drink it because they have the dick do, right? That's when your stomach sticks out further than your dick do. So we're hanging. We're bonding. We're singing Led Zeppelin tunes, but they have the redneck lyrics, so it's Jed Zeppelin tunes is what it is. Say, hey, mama said the way you plow, gonna slop them hogs, wanna milk that cow. So I left Montana in a hurry. And I went to Wyoming. Oh, fuck, that was better. Oh, my God. I was in Cody, Wyoming. Have you been? I'm glad you're out. Don't fucking go. I was there. Cody, Wyoming. 7,967 people that have never seen a black man. Ever. Not even on cable. This is my impression of everyone in Cody, Wyoming the moment I got to town. Ask if you can touch his hair. Oh my God, Hootie got a weave. Good to be here. Had a half-hour drive, so I got good and stoned in the car. I don't give a fuck who knows. I smoke a shitload of weed all the goddamn time. Weed smoke smokers in the front? There's never pot smokers in the front. They're always in the back because they got here a little late. Oh yeah, it takes the pot smoker 3 or 4 tries to leave the house, right? Hey man, I'm ready. Oh, my keys. Shit, be right back, man. Yeah. All right, man, I'm ready now. Oh, my jacket. Fuck, be right back. All right, man, I'm ready. Where are we going? I don't even know. Well, hey, I got Nintendo. Come in. Fuck it. So I'm glad you're here. You know, marijuana was legal, right? In the United States, marijuana was completely legal in the United States until 1937. Yep. Well, just after. Right, the founding fathers, Jefferson, Washington, all those guys, they grew it, they smoked it. The Declaration of Independence was originally written on him. Don't fuck with me right now. 19 what?
36.
What? It's not Jeopardy, man. It doesn't matter. I'll take shit only I know for 300. You know? I'm good at Jeopardy, too. I have a lot of free time. I do. I have my own personal free time theme song. I don't do shit all day. I don't do shit all day. I don't do shit all day. I sit around the house smoking weed and drinking coffee. That's the poor man's 8-ball. And I am broke too. I have no money. I'm not even poor. I'm po. Po. Can't afford the last 2 letters. I have friends who are just. Serious. I was at McDonald's yesterday, man. Well, may I help you? Well, I'm just looking. I had an unhappy meal. But I can cook the shit out of top ramen. I'll tell you that right now. Top ramen? Oh yeah. See, I have recipes. Shit, come over my house and get a slice of ramen loaf. Ramen loaf, ramen salad, ramen sorbet. To cleanse the palate between ramen. Some of you have sorbet. Anybody from Black Hawk? I love to drive around through Black Hawk. Then when people stare at me, I roll up my window, lock my door, and drive off. I like to hang out. I do, man. I like to hang out. I've hung out all over the country, brother. I was in, I forgot, because I smoke a lot of pot. We'll tell stories. How about that? You ever have a roommates? The people, yeah, right. The people who pick all the meat out of your Chinese food and then put the carton back in the refrigerator, right? So you get home, you think you have Chinese food left. No, you have noodles and bamboo shoots. Maybe a water chestnut. Hey man, why'd you pick all the beef out of my chow mein? Because I smoked the last of your pot. I was starving. Me and my old roommate Brian, he's not my roommate anymore, but he used to be my roommate. Now he's a stand-up comic as well. And we did a show together up in Humboldt County, California. Oh, for those of you who don't know, that's where they grow the best weed in the 48 continuous United States, hands down. Oh yes, baby, it's the best. It's a college town, and yet the children send money home because the weed is ferocious. No one in Humboldt County has a job. Right? Hey man, what do? I'm a handyman. Yeah, if you got an ounce handy, you're the man. So, Brian and I came back from Eureka, California with no money, but we did have a fat sack. Oh, buddy. The kind of weed you don't smoke right away, right? You invite all your friends over just to look at it. Oh, come let us adore it. Oh, please let me fat bong rips. 2 ounces of weed, 1 bud. 2 ounces, 1 bud. It's like a pot tree. We put it in the corner, brother. We put lights on it. People would come over with gifts. We're holding hands around it, singing, oh mighty bud, please get us through the solstice. Now, Brian had made a bong out of a bicycle pump. That's how we're hitting. Over high. Jabba the Hutt stone.
Did you die solo? Solo people.
Baked like potatoes. Twice baked. Arguing over who's gonna use the remote control. You do it! I can't. I can't even use the phone to call Little Caesars. Cardboard, cardboard. Hey, you get two, brother. You don't have to share. This one's mine. Fucker. Back off of me! So there we are, there we are, there we are. High like kites, baked like pie, flaky and delicious. We're watching Nick at Night, because that's the Stoner Channel, duh. It's in black and white. Do shrooms, make your own colors. Now, we're watching... felonies for all my friends. Okay, so... we're watching Mr. Ed, which is a fine show, of course, of course. Now, after Mr. Ed is the Patty Duke Show. Cause they're cousins, identical cousins in every way. Brian can handle it. Hold on, man. Time out, man. Identical cousins? That doesn't make any sense. And I'm sitting there, brother, you just watched a talking horse for half an hour. You didn't say shit to me. Oh yeah, huh? Woo! All right. Well, let's go to Sizzler. Cool. We're in the Sizzler. It's all you can eat, $8. Brian, 2 stone for Sizzler. Doesn't even have a plate. He's just walking through the buffet. Oh, look. Oh. So we got asked to leave. I like to say asked to leave because thrown out has such negative connotations. I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and it was cool. And they were having a contest, right? You know how states have slogans? Oklahoma is okay, Montana, at least we're not Wyoming. And they wanted a new slogan for Arizona, so the one I sent in was, fuck, it's hot. So the first 3 words out your mouth in Phoenix, brother, you get right off the plane. Fuck, it's hot. Man. I saw the Pope land in Phoenix. That's the first thing he said. He said it in Latin, so nobody knew. All the bishops' hats were nodding up and down. I actually heard a lady in Phoenix, Arizona get out of the car and go, man, it's hotter than camel pussy out here. I took her word for it. Some theories you don't test. Your hypothesis is safe with me, Madam Curie. I want no trouble. I know I like to talk about pot. Hey, Eskimos talk about snow. Well, the Eskimos have 40 different words for snow. I have at least that many different words for pot, because you can make up words, especially for joint. You can just make up words. As long as you use the verb twist or roll, your friends will do whatever you say. Hey, man, twist up a scoof diffler. Fuck, all right, man, that's scoofy coming up. When we're smoking weed in the parking lot after the show, brother, try to roll a fat one, too. Don't, if you roll a skinny one, we'll smoke it, but we'll talk about you. And man, it's customary to put the marijuana in the paper. My parents smoke weed. I'm pretty sure, maybe not now, but before, I'm pretty sure. I was born in San Francisco in 1968, and my name is Ngaio. Duh. What are we gonna name the kid? Ngaio. Could be worse. My name could just be. Can't spell that. Hey man, what's your name? Imagine you have that name. You're outside playing. Your folks are in the house getting stoned. All of a sudden you hear, what? I gotta go get fruit pies and Visine. Grandma's coming over. She's always smoking my weed, too. It's for my glaucoma, honey. I don't mind when Grandma smokes my weed, because when Grandma brings weed over, buddy. Grandma knows some ferocious cats. She does, brother. She's old, man. You know old people who still smoke weed, they get the best weed. They're too old to smoke the shit brown, man. They budget the pension and get a fat sack. Oh, they always want to tell you the old people dope stories, though. You know, when we were kids, we didn't have bongs. We had to put water in our mouth and suck real slow. I was in Wenatchee, Washington, because my career's on fire. I play all the big towns. Walnut Creek, Wenatchee, Antioch on the map. I can't even walk the streets in Milpitas, brother. I'm an all-star at the Casa de Fruta. Me and the cup flipper like this. It used to be an old Spanish whorehouse. It was the Casa de Puta. So I was in Wenatchee. This guy comes up to me after my show. He said, hey, man, do you smoke pot? Duh. For real. Well, hey, do you want to go get stoned? Duh. Well, hey, man, do you have any? Oh, fuck yeah. So we went back to my hotel room, and we just got blasted. In Wenatchee, Washington. And it's like 3 in the morning, so we're at the Denny's. They have that new slogan. Fuck, it's late. We don't need menus, grand slams for all my friends. Hey, you got teeth. You the manager? Come here. Andrew was my new friend, Andrew. He was my new friend. And he's hanging around. You know those pulse machine things they have at the Denny's, the pulse machine? He's playing with that. He didn't know you're supposed to use your finger. So we got asked to leave. I like to say asked to leave because thrown out has such negative connotations. I like those two words together, though. Negative connotations. Doesn't that sound cool? You know how some words work well together, right? Like negative connotations or Idaho potato. It sounds good. Soul trade. It sounds good. Some words don't work well together at all. Head cheese. Hey, they're good separate. Shit, I like head and I like cheese. I don't like head cheese. If I could get head while eating cheese. And the game's on. All right, then. Some of you are laughing, some of you don't laugh, because that's not a first date thing. You have to know someone a while before you can ask for that. Come on, it's the playoffs and my birthday. Come on. Oh, nice pass. Oh. Shaking like a dog shitting peach pits. Some of you are laughing, some of you thinking, hey, my birthday is during the playoffs. No, don't come over and watch the game. What are you doing for the game? I'm going to be home. It's my birthday. Got a wedge of Gouda. Ooh, write it down. What, is your birthday in April, man? Spring training. Fuck. You guys are cool, man. You're all invited back over to my place. Are there cops? Because they get the best weed. They call the high school kids for crying out loud. I have more stories, but I'm not going to tell them. Because I got Amway products in the car. No. But before I tell more stories, I just want to say tip your waitresses. Tip your waitresses. Tip your waitresses. Now, when I first said that, I heard a little applause, and applause is cool, but I'm sure they'd rather have some money You can't walk up to your landlord. Woo! We like living here! Yeah! Landlord! Woo! Landlord! Woo! Landlord! Woo! Landlord, man! Yeah! The landlord! Yeah! Woo! Fucking landlord! Yeah! 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 Landlord rules, man! The landlord rules! Woo! I have a big place. Woo! Landlord, yeah, fucking landlord! Woo! Ow! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Fucking do free bird! My landlord will stand right up too. I'm as free as a bird. We've been smoking weed all day. I get a break on the rent, he never looks in the closet. Hey, what's that weird glow in your closet? Shut up, I got ghosts. 1,000-watt sodium halide ghosts, brother. The stoners always forget to buy that blackout cloth. It's on my list of shit to do, but I don't get to the hardware store. Fucking Jetsons are on. Like the maid. I've been driving around the country in my 1979 Cadillac Fleetwood, 4 doors, 4 ashtrays, 4 cigarette lighters, driving and smoking the whole goddamn time. But my 8-track tape player's broken. So, it's a 79 Cat, you know. So I have AM radio. Oh, you don't know how exciting it is. As a young black man to drive around the country. It's Rush Limbaugh. Rush is it's country, brother. Country Jesus in Spanish. That's all I like. Sometimes you get country Jesus. I love the Lord. I love the Lord. I listen to a little country though. I do every once in a while. I like the old guys. The new guys, yeah, but the old guys are hella cool. Marty Robbins is my favorite one. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. I love that song. One night a wild young cowboy came in, wild as the West Texas wind. You actually have to lean forward on that note. You can't say it, you can't go wee. It doesn't work, you have to go wee. You'll try it tonight. Get out the shower. Honey, look. I got a good one, it looked like it could run. Hopped on its back and away I did ride.
A black man stands on stage and sings a country and western tune. Meanwhile, 75 miles away in San Francisco, a white man's doing a rap number. Coincidence?
Yes. Some of you are laughing, really, we'd like to laugh. My colon. That'll get you to the front of the line, by the way. Anywhere you are, you just go, my colon! You can get the hell on out your way. Wherever you are. It's all the 2 words you need. It's true, man. They're all writing it down. Is that K-O-L? All the English majors. Can you use a semicolon? Will that work? All right, okay, if you get the pun, we'll try this one. I was in Idaho, right? Because my career's on fire. And I was telling the good people of Boise that the name of their state, Idaho, sounded like a dyslexic procurer. Right? Idaho, you to pimp, Idaho. But apparently, they were flummoxed by my use of the word procurer and thought I was referring to some sort of ham smoker that had lost his amateur status. Okay, some over here. These guys over here. They're just staring at me like trout. Talk about your dick or something. It's huge. I am the chocolate mountain of joy. It's like a ride at Disneyland. You must be at least this tall. Please keep your hands and arms inside and hold on tight. Thank you for riding the Chocolate Mountain of Joy. Please be sure the ride has come to a complete stop before getting off. Have a nice day. Thanks for coming. You know what they say? Once you go black, you're out of the will. Some of you guys are laughing like, hey, that's true. Oh man, I think, how long have I been on stage? I don't have a watch. I'm having broke. 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes, brother. You're either really tired or she's really happy. I don't know. It's 10:32. Thanks, man, for keeping track. Is that Greenwich Mean Time, brother? No, I don't want any time. What, double time? Humboldt. I'm all for that. It's 4:20 somewhere. Hey man, spark one up right in the middle. What are you gonna do? Shut the place down? I don't even care, brother. If you want to roll a fat one up, I'm right involved. I'm not driving tonight, so fuck. I rode up with Barry Weintraub. Hang out. Sells me stuff wholesale. He's not the dope man. I have a dope man. I have a frequent stoner card. You buy 9 bags, you get the 10th one free. Of course, you know, I keep forgetting to use it. Fuck, I had it. You'll remember, right? Ask the dope man if he'll take a check. I'll just write you a check. Memo for pot. Explain that to the IRS. No, I cook a lot. Got a lot of ramen in my house. I went to this is, oh man, it's what, 5-6 years ago? Fishbone, New Year's Eve, at the Kennel Club, San Francisco. And I got landed on, right? I got blindsided. I'm looking over here. Fuck it up, fish. Pow! Some drunk 18-year-old with a fake ID and, you know, ooh, I could drink. But I thought that I had bruised my tailbone, right? My coccyx, right? Coccyx, thank you. Coccyx, I just like to say it. I bruised my coccyx. Or so I thought. So I go to the doctor and it turns out I have a polynoidal abscess, or a cyst, at the top of the crack of my ass. Enjoy your nachos. And so I won't tell you the whole story, but you know, suffice it to say that I got drained and everything. And he calls the nurse over. I feel I can share. We've been hanging out. And the nurse says to me, he says to the nurse, bandage it up. And the nurse says to me, well, this is a very difficult area to bandage, duh. But what we're gonna do, standard procedure, we're just gonna give you a maxi pad. And we'll give you a few, and you just wear it there, you change it over. For a whole weekend, I had a maxi pad taped to my ass. I felt like a 12-year-old girl. Does it show? There's all my friends. Ngaio, are you wearing a pad? Kind of bulky. My mom and I are much closer now. Mom, do you ever feel like that's a hack premise? She hit me in the face with a pie. What? Now that I brought the show to a screeching halt, I have some Mary Kay. He didn't say what color his cat liked. Crap. Procura. Some of you got the ham smoker joke right away, so you're like, ham smoker? Fuck, how do you roll it? I didn't even know zigzag made of paper. Use the Randy Wired one, man. What's that? It's pig on a stick. It's Hawaiian. You guys are cool, man. You're all invited. Come to my house. For real. After the show, man. San Francisco, fuck it. Just come over. Wake my wife up, man. We'll hang out. She's got the weed. That's why. I got some Cuervo at the house, brother. Drink, man, oh, Cuervo and weed, fucking A. Put on some Steely Dan, man. The Cuervo Gold, the fine Colombian, makes tonight a wonderful thing. Sing it again. When I first heard that song, I thought he said, the Cuervo Gold, the fine Colombian, makes tonight a wonderful day. And I'm all, you are fucked up. But I'm right there with him. Tonight is a wonderful day. Fuck it, go. Day 19. Take it to the bridge, brother. But no, come over, man. We'll drink some Cuervo, smoke fat pig on a stick. You know, get our minds right. And play some truth or dare. Yeah, these guys are ready. These guys, well, you know, we got that Bible study tomorrow. I'm supposed to call bingo. I can't stay. Are you truth people or dare people? Dare. Always take dare. Always take dare. Never ever, 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 ever. I cannot stress this enough. Never, ever, ever, ever. I never, ever, hardly ever, never take truth. Why? Why take truth? Why should I tell you some deep, dark, personal secret when I can take off my clothes? I am the chocolate mountain of joy. Right? I have nothing to hide, man. I once had to stand on my head naked and sing the national anthem. I did. Oh, say, can you see? It's a gravity thing. Take your time. Laugh at your own pace. You know you'll never be able to listen to that song again. Be at a game or something. Please rise. Hey, thanks a lot, you guys. We'll see you somewhere. Smoke weed. Tip the waitresses, peace.
Ngaio Bealum, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for Ngaio. You're right, I am not Dan Lewis. He was correct. He had to get out of here in time to get laid. Yeah, so nice round of applause for that bastard. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring up your headliner tonight, but before we do that, since we are closing, I ask you to raise whatever drink you have left on your table at this time. Or a napkin for you Mormons over there, whatever it takes. Ladies and gentlemen, to the stand-up comic, who is basically a philosopher who relates truths in such a way that the only appropriate response from no matter how diverse a crowd is laughter. To that. And ladies and gentlemen, this next, hold on a second. What was I thinking? This next gentleman personifies that. I had the pleasure to watch him about 4 years ago. He got me into comedy, and guys, you have had an amazing show.
You look at the talent on stage tonight and you realize why this club's closing. Ladies and gentlemen, Ngaio Bealum, Barry Weintraub. Good to see the Jews and the colors getting work out here in Walnut Creek. Ladies and gentlemen. Huh? Walnut Creek, the whitest place on the freaking face of the earth. I was out here a couple months ago for the 3-man march. Were you out here for that? A couple of brothers. Where's all the fucking brothers at? Shit, let's get back to Pittsburgh. That was the 3-man march. I was out here for Martin Luther Who Week. That was a great time, ladies and gentlemen. God, I love it out here. I grew up out here in Contra Christian County on the other side of the Culture Stop Tunnel. You know, I love it. Comedy club closes down, they'll put like 9 theaters that show fucking Van Damme movies up here. Because that's Contra Costa County, ladies and gentlemen. Drive a truck, get in free. I love it out here. I grew up in Pittsburgh. What a toxic goo town that is, right? Everybody works in the mills and everybody loves the mills. They don't realize that it's fucked up there completely. Hey, don't make fun of them. I worked in the mill my whole life. DuPont's Death Goo Division is a good company. I worked for Death Goo my whole life. My wife, Alice Works, was my second wife. First wife died when a crane hit her on the head at Death Goo. But I tell you right now, It's a good company. I don't care what you environmentalists say. I got 3 fine boys I got to feed, but well, 3 heads and 1 body. But I tell you, Pittsburgh is a good town. And Death Goo is a good company. Oh, shit. Where was I? I have no act at all, no itinerary. Just a bunch of rambling shit about nothing. Good to be back. I was in LA for the day. That's it. I fly down and come back. What a shithole that is, you know? This whole state's going down. Thank God we passed Prop 187, though, huh? Get these Mexican turds out of here, coming up here to clean our toilets and pick our fruit for 3 cents a week. Who the hell they think they are? Coming up here with their family values and their work ethic. We don't need that shit up here. We're Americans. Too many Mexicans running around. That's why we passed Prop 187, see? So now when they come to the healthcare clinic for birth control, we ain't giving it to them. See how smart we are? Like Scoob doesn't make sense. Can't blame the Mexicans, right? They just want to go north to a place where people are kind and literate and civilized, and they have to go through here to get to Canada. You can't blame them. God, that's a sad thing. They lost their lease here. Another corporation running some other shitter, of course. Too, that's a great club. I worked here for many years. I was just it, man. I never had any other job in my life. I went to college on a dumb bonehead football scholar. I suck at everything. I was in the bottom of my class. At Pittsburgh High School, I was in the bottom like 30th percentile. I was in the bottom like 30th percentile at a California public school. I was nearly retarded. Are you following this? How hard you have to work to be in the bottom of a Pittsburgh municipal school? You can't just suck at academics. You have to excel at sucking at academics. You have to get every question wrong and then make up 2 or 3 of your own and then fuck those up as well. He knew the answer, yet he still got it wrong. Brilliant. Who said that? You know that? You know Michael Glassman? You know the guy who did it? Yeah, we used to go drinking a lot, and we had no money because we were like lazy losers, and so we would get like 12 packs or whatever. One night we drank a Miller 12 pack. You know the cardboard 12 pack? You punch the handle out and it becomes this alcoholic little suitcase of some kind. Little Ted Kennedy carry-on bag of some sort. Who's got the beer? We had one of those, and we'd sit in the park, right? If you're from Pittsburgh, Small World Park or so, wherever we happen to sit, right? We'd sit in these parks with the beer outside in the wintertime because we had no money. We'd open the door, pull 2 or 3 beers in, close the door, slurp them down. A few minutes later, same thing again. One night we realized that our favorite restaurant, the Mecca, was going to be, it's almost 1 o'clock, man. Hurry up to the Mecca. We go to the Mecca. We get down there, open the door to get out of the car, and as I go to close it, I see the 12-pack is still right alongside the car, like several miles later. What we had done is we had closed the cardboard corner of the 12-pack in the door jamb of the car, no bullshit, and drug it down the road alongside the vehicle, 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, we're the Conspicuous Brothers. Get out of our way, for Christ's sake. Hey, we're trolling for cops. How do you like that? I think this thing is loose. Is this loose? Oh, no, a little joke. I'm like 5 years old forever, you know? Little joke. Got electrocuted. Go on. All right, where were we? Who gives the row? I've been in class. I usually yell crap out. The teacher would be up there. What will we find in the atom with protons and neutrons? Croutons and futons! Ow, 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 ow. And stay out. So I don't have any girlfriends. I've had some great girlfriends, but they leave. But 5 of my last girlfriends have left me after like a year, and I finally figured it out. It's just a theory. I'm not sure, but I think it's because girlfriends don't like being verbally belittled all day. Is that it? I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just a smart ass, and they always get to, you know, that's... The last one, she asked she was very resilient, but the last question. Honey, if I died tomorrow, which of my friends did you sleep with? Pretty much the same ones I'm sleeping with now, babe. Ow, 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 ow. Nearly thrown out of an English composition class in high school where the teacher... Ever had that test where the teacher writes a sentence on the chalkboard and everybody in class has to write an essay beginning with that sentence? You ever do that? So the teacher turns to the chalkboard and writes, I've just returned from the doctor's office and the doctor said I have only 24 hours to live. Okay, everybody, 45 minutes, ready, go. You can see all these people. You can see like the future the head cheerleader, you know, the future sorority tramper, ponytails waving around, chewing on a pencil. I write something about kittens and puppies and cookies and flowers, and oh God, it was sickening. And there's like, you know, the big jock on campus with a pencil in his mouth. Here I am in the other corner. I got a great idea right off the bat. Oh, this is gonna be great. All right, let's see. I've just returned from the doctor's office, and the doctor said I have only 24 hours to live. I walk in the front door and keel over dead on the couch. That piece of shit Kaiser doctor was 23 hours off. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Well, stay out. God almighty, a long time ago, 35 now. All my friends are married, you know. Isn't that great? We're great your friends get married to have babies. Oh, that's not annoying at all. It's a miracle. Isn't it? It's a miracle. Every fucking yummy. It's a miracle. Look at that. It'd be a miracle if you shut the fuck up, for Christ's sake, about it. God, it's so annoying. They have their first baby and everything is, watch out, be careful. You can't ever go out with them again. Watch out, look out. The house has like, you know, mattresses duct taped to every corner. You can't open a drawer, it's got those latches on there. You got an arc welder, trying to blow it open. Slim Jim and a pry bar to get a cookie out of a drawer. That's the first year. Then the kids are, suddenly the kids are like, how quickly it happens, right? The kids are like 5 and 7. And now mommy and daddy don't give a rat's ass about the little bastards, huh? You go to the house, a 3-year-old is hopped out of her head. The 5-year-old is like up on ding-dongs and Twinkies and bleach and ho-hos and who knows what. Doing the little 3-year-old, 5-year-old sugar dance that they do for like 8 hours on end. On the glass coffee table in the living room. Who gives a shit? Can of kerosene in one hand, lighter in the other. Go, kid, go! Who cares? The other kids have the slip and slide set up so it ends in the knife drawer in the kitchen. You know, who cares? Yeah, it's Pittsburgh. Them crazy Italians, they love Frank Sinatra. I love Frank Sinatra. You know Frank Sinatra painted? Like in the late 60s, he painted and he sucked. And it's too bad he painted, because if he quit painting, because if he's a little bit better, he would have an art show. Wouldn't it be great to see Frank Sinatra at an art show? This drunken, womanizing, alcoholic mobster from Jersey. It'd be so good. All right, shut up. Shut up, huh? Here's my goddamn pictures right here, huh? All right, notice this beautiful fucking painting I made right here. Notice how the beautiful trees arc skyward toward the gods as though they are goddamn gods their own self. And if you look closely right there in the corner, you'll see me smacking a broad. All right, huh? Who don't like me smacking a broad? Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Well, God, is this way enough? That's probably what killed the club. The mic stand, the foundation's cracking. We've got to close. Oh, God, enjoy your drink, especially if you're younger. This guy here, you hopped up on what, steroids? Look at you, you're a crazy man. You're passing out over there. Let me tell you, you guys look younger as well you do, maybe. I don't know, you kids, what are you, 8 over here? I miss Marianne tomorrow morning. I'm just saying, if you're younger, enjoy yourself, because your little resilient body is not going to last much longer. You know, when I was in college, I'd go out with my buddies, drink a case of beer, a bottle of whiskey. Remember those days? Go to a hot tub party till 4 in the morning. Who gives a rat's ass? Go home, you're starved, there's nothing in the refrigerator but a raw hog's head and a bucket of shrapnel. Who cares? You're young, gobble it down, go to bed for like an hour. Do it again the next night. What happened to those days? Now if I go out after 10 o'clock at night and have 2 dark beers and a slice of pizza, I wake up with a bloody nose and one eyeball hanging half out of my head. Look at me, what the shame? Shame! It's every movie made before like 1952. Shame! I order. You order what? I just order, that's all. Shame! What gives? You're yellow. Says who? Says me. Shame! Whose name is that? I order. Go on! I gotta go. It's like 4 in the morning. More beverages? No, it's like 5 in the morning, isn't it? God, what are you guys, 8? It's so depressing. Oh, shit. It's been very nice. I don't have anything to share with you about the area. Pittsburgh people? Are there Pittsburgh people in town? Livermore! Livermore? Yeah! Yeah, that's Pittsburgh, isn't it? One town is ethnically mixed and integrated. One town is a bunch of redneck yeehaws. Livermore! Hoo! Come out to Livermore for some R&R, dude! rodeo and radiation. I do private performances, and once there was this rodeo group out there that my girlfriend at the time was a real animal rights activist. She said, how could you possibly do a performance for a bunch of rodeo people? Rodeo is inhumane to animals. I said, well, yeah, honey, it's true, but if you got a bunch of rednecks and a rope, rodeo is the most fucking humane thing they're going to be doing tonight, right? A lot of fires out in Livermore. Every time I go, there's like all that area, there's all these fires. I guess they start as controlled fires, right? But eventually the flame gets off the cross and nobody can hose it down. And what are you going to do about that? Hang it colored from a tree. Kill a Jew. It's Livermore, a little piece of Arkansas right here near the city. I know it's a dead horse, but I'm going to beat it anyway. What is this whole country western thing? Can we just, you know what? Exactly. It's so retarded. I flew into Oakland tonight. As I'm walking by, people think like that rockers are weird, or Steven Tyler, or rap people. I'm walking by in the airport tonight. Just got off the plane like at 9:50, and there's some kind of inbred hillbilly country western awards or something. And there's like Dolly Parton with her big old Waylon Flowers and Madame Carnival head, and some George Strait hillbillies. Horrifying. I worked at Sacramento Punchline. They took me to a place. I don't know, Denim and Diamonds or some horrible mall, you know? Have you been there? And you just go, and it's just horrible. First of all, it's the least danceable music ever created in the world. And you have like the whitest people. It's like Mr. and Miss White. You trace their lineage back 15 generations to like a bottle of liquid paper and whiteout somewhere in the 12th century. It's horrifying. And you got this horrible music, and there's two dances they do. One is where they all stand in some kind of goofy, like Nazi lineup, and they just do some kind of like this maneuver, which just looks like a giant hillbilly foosball match of some kind. Have you seen that? Just everybody doing the same stupid thing at the same time. And there should be somebody outside the building with a big knob turning it, you know? Hey, the ball's behind me! You don't want to get beat by Livermore, get it, you know? Yes, insert reference here. So anyway, that was the one dance, right? And there's the other dance where they kind of go around like so. It's just this, essentially. It's like this, I forgot my keys there. Hey, wait a minute, what the who? Hey, what the who? For like 8 hours of the I forgot my keys. Hey, what the? For like, and at one point everybody kind of does some little rickets maneuver. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out how they all knew to do that rickets maneuver at once. Maybe somebody had like a little redneck dog whistle only they could hear. Tweet! Or maybe somebody said something that really riled them up, but I didn't hear, you know. Hey, look, a colored fella. Where the who? There ain't no Negroes, and they kept dancing. Where were we? We gotta go. It's 4 in the morning. All right, let's bash a couple more groups, and then we'll go. Whatever you group, who gives a rat's, you know? They're all retarded. You know my least favorite group lately is the New York people who live in San Francisco now. Because could they whine and bitch any fucking more? San Francisco doesn't have this. New York has this. New York, you can get this any time of day or night. San Francisco, you can't get this. I can't get this. I can't. You know what you can get in San Francisco? A flight to New York to take your annoying, whining Jewish ass the fuck back right now. That's what you can get. Catch a flight now, you can get stabbed and get peed on by sunrise. Now get out of here. No, I can't get stabbed here. Another thing is the Jews, whatever your religion, I don't give a rat's ass, you know? I was raised Catholic. Man, what a wild, I had a rough wild, I lost my virginity when I was 10 in Pittsburgh. Well, I had to, I was an altar boy. I don't know if you, huh? What the say? I don't know. What gives? Gone. The whole Pope thing's a little goofy. The world population is tripling every 8 nanoseconds. The Pope goes to like third world places like India and Africa and Vallejo. If you follow this migration, right? You follow this? And he tells them not to use birth control. Hey, that's a lot of help. Why not pass out some Barry White albums and sangria? Get him in the mood, for Christ's sake, you chucklehead. The whole Catholic birth control thing needs to be addressed. I was raised Italian. You know, they're all retarded. I worked at an Irish bar in San Francisco a while back, and they had pennies all around the door to the office. And I told the guy, well, what's this for? Well, this is for good luck, my friend. Well, I didn't know if that was the right accent, was it? Who gives a shit? A Vietnamese guy running an Irish place. Oh, yeah, everything in there. That was Bobby Slayton doing a Vietnamese guy at an Irish restaurant. What the fuck? Wait, Chachi, wait, quick, come over here. Look at that. Look at that. Wait, what's that, girlfriend? You fucking, yeah, look at this right now. Anything that bleeds for 5 days and doesn't die. This is what this plan. Let me tell you, my wife. Whatever. I have no itinerary at all. I'm like, just have no. Like, growing up in Pittsburgh, man, I'm just like living downwind from a pulp mill, eating like Frosted Flakes with Kool-Aid. I'm lucky to be alive, for Christ's sake. Man, alive, I swear to God. I got that ADD, you know, that like where you can't think about anything for more than like a second. I swear to God I have that, you know? And up in the paper where doctors have operated for like 15 hours. You ever see these to separate Siamese twins or something? 18, 20 hours? What planet are these? I'd be like in there for 8 seconds, right? This would be me. Scalpel, right? Make an incision. That would be it, right there. My brain would snap. Did I pay the phone bill or not? God damn it. A fly goes by. Zzz, come back here, you little son of a bitch. You know? Chase it down the street. A CD shop. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. What's he talking about? Oh, religions and races and who gives a crap. Catholics, yeah. Still can't buy a condom. I'm 35 years old. I'm still embarrassed. I'm still afraid that if I'm buying a condom, I'm going to see someone who knows my parents. That's the biggest fear, man. You got to be buying a condom like on a back road in Tennessee at 4 in the morning. You're still freaked out. Hurry up, man. Right on the top. Right there. Hurry up, man. Right there. Wait. Calm down, you lunatic. You're some kind of nut. I'm getting the... Hey, aren't you Grace and Tony's son, Johnny? Say. Oh, sorry. Use condoms all the time, and I'll tell you why, man. My own personal philosophy. She's sleeping with me, she's not a good decision maker. You see what I'm saying? What is she, nuts? Is she nowadays, man? I get the strongest ones I possibly can. How you like, son? Those up there, sir, the 19 milliliter thick Doughboy swimming pool liner condoms, please. No, right there, right there, near the malathion, right there. Yeah, the ones with the herbicides and pesticides and Agent Orange and DDT and Black Flag. Right over there, yeah. Rip it open, the Orchid Man steps out with a spray pack in your apartment. Excuse me, miss. All clear, sir. Say, aren't you Grace and Tony's son, Johnny? Stop with that tired callback. Hey, you guys have been here for 4 hours, for Christ's sake. Thank you very much for coming down to the Punch Club. Good night, and God bless.
Johnny Steele, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for Mr. Johnny Steele. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to keep clapping for everybody that you saw tonight. Mr. Dan Lewis. Dan, I gotta be out here by 10:15 because I gotta get laid. Lewis. Brian, I cut my wrist while shaving. Copeland, keep it going for him.